Hey, hi everyone, how are you? And yeah, thank you so much. Good evening. Okay, so I think even Chris is going to join. That's great. Okay, so I think, guys, I'm audible, right? Yeah, thank you, Anya. So thank you so much. Thank you, Sagar. Good evening, Learning Analytics. Okay, maybe you can change your name. Your name, like, it's a pure technical name that you have. So, hi, Kishan. Thanks, Singer. So, yeah, thank you. So, hope I'm audible, right? Yeah, good evening, Akshay. Hi, Jatin. Chris's answer, OP. Okay, thank you. Okay, fine. So, Chris, can we see you on the screen? Okay, let me ask him. Let me ask him if he can join from my side. So, yeah. So if he will be available, if he is not into a meeting, so maybe he can join for like a couple of minutes. Okay, so I think he will be like joining for a few minutes. He is available after this. So he's having class, I think. So fine, Chris. Thanks, Irfan. Okay. Yeah, so Chris sir has 8 p.m. class, and because of that, so he will join, but I don't think that he will be able to continue for a very long time. So for sure he will join, and then he will log off after some time because he has to take his class, and yeah, that's important part. Okay, so I have joined 1 year data science batch due to the suffering from COVID and past health issue. I was unable to keep up pace. Yeah, no issues. So you can let me know if you're facing any sort of issue and if I can help you out in any sense. So I think that will be better, right? Okay, so now even Chris is here with us. So welcome, Chris, to this live session. So today, actually, I have a special plan. So I'm going to launch one open challenge for everyone. As we all know, in our batches, we keep on launching challenges, and then in a later stage, we make an announcement that okay, fine, so this is the challenge winner. So in the same mode, today it is going to be a little bit different. It is not going to be a project, or it is not going to be some one particular task. I think it is going to be something which if people can do, they will be able to check themselves that okay, whether I'm ready for a transition or not. Plus they will be able to know that what is the industry expectations. So I want to speak. I want to speak much. So I think you have like a limited time, right? So I think you can speak, and then I'll do my part.
Okay, hello guys. I hope everybody is able to hear me out. So today we're going to make some amazing announcement. So please make sure that you stay tuned till the end. How to participate in that challenge, everything Sudhanshu will be mentioning. But again, it'll be pretty much fun. And yes, enjoy. Actually, I have a class at 8 o'clock, so I'll be leaving early. Other than that, I think everything is good. I think Sudhanshu, I've given a brief introduction now.
Yeah. Okay. So, fine, guys. What we can do is, so maybe if you have any kind of questions or anything to Chris, so you can ask him, right? Because he will not be here for a very long time. I will be here for sure, and then I'll make a challenge announcement. Maybe by 7:45 will be a time. So I'll make an announcement, and yes, by then, so you can do your chit chat with Chris, right?
Data
Data.
science.
I'm
All
reading
for
the
it.
same comment. I'm just reading out the same comment.
Okay, guys. So, any questions you have? Yeah. Drop your questions. Drop your questions. Okay, guys. No more questions. So there is a question as such, I guess.
No, they're asking you a question that where do we use a critical value method and where do we use a p-value method? This is the question. And there is another question. So it's impossible to acquire all the skills for a college student. So what should I concentrate majorly on? So this is again a question. There is another question called as, sir, which GPU is good, NVIDIA, Asus, or
Okay,
or
let me answer that. It is impossible to acquire all skills for college. See, guys, whatever is your interest, if you feel that you can do that completely throughout your life, I think that you should take that particular thing for you. It is not required that every skill you learn it. You learn something that in which you try to become perfect. Um, so which GPU is good? NVIDIA, ASUS, or Aorus? NVIDIA GPU is only used even in ASUS or Aorus. So NVIDIA only. You should go with NVIDIA GPU. Nothing other than that. Okay. Hi Christian, so I have joined Big Data Master, which is started recently. Want to go for ML parallelly from zero? Is there any course from iNeuron from which I teach? Will I teach me ML from zero? See, already there is a batch that is going on, so I think you can join that. One thing uh, that you have removed from YouTube, why, sir? One thing I don't like is that last year you have launched free Python and DSR. Don't worry, guys, that will get uploaded recently.
no, that is
iNeuron.
no.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Let me answer that question. So, Chris, that is not actually removed. So, I think our YouTube channel was hacked, right?
Yeah,
And
that only
because
I
of
was saying. So
yeah,
YouTube channel was recently hacked, guys. So because of that, we had to make it private, but it'll be in the public mode very soon. Don't worry
no,
about it.
it's available actually. If they will go and if they will be able to enroll into a community session, which is free, right?
Hmm.
Through iron.ai dashboard. So from there, they will be able to get all the links because over there it's available as a course. So it is actually available, and it's I think it's in an unlisted mode, but they will be able to access it and they will be able to go through it. And very soon, so we are going to release again some of the amazing community session. So yeah, that is already there, but they can access.
Yeah. For data scientists, big data is must, not necessary, but it is good to have if you are too much experience. In fast track, I'm going through all the ML video, how to practice more, spend
So
more
just
time.
participate in today's challenge.
Yeah, today's challenge. If you want to participate, you can participate. Okay. So Sudhanshu, you continue. I'll be leaving. I have some work.
Yeah,
I have to
thank you.
get prepared.
Thank you so much, Chris. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Bye. Bye, everyone. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Yeah,
Bye.
so now I'll take care of all the questions. So fine, guys. Now all the questions. So I'll just take care of it. So yes, whatever you have in your mind. So whatever you can think of that I should answer. So yes, please try to put up all the question. I will try to answer all of your question with my best. Yeah. So yes. Now for data scientists, big data is must. No, it's not must. So like Chris said, that if you want, so yes, you can have it, otherwise you can just leave it. What I generally suggest people is like try to acquire one particular skill set at a time, and then you should go for the next one. But when you are going for the next one, just make sure that you have already taken advantage of the previous one that you have learned, right? So let's suppose if you are learning something, just a small one, let's suppose if you are learning some cloud stack, so unless and until you are not able to extract something out of it from a market in terms of revenue, in terms of a transition, in terms of a job, in terms of salary, in terms of freelancing work, right? So don't try to jump into a next one, because what will happen after 6 months is you will not be able to retain a same knowledge, right, that you have as of now. And after like a 6 month again technology that you have acquired, it will be new for you. So I will not suggest you to like learn multiple things at a time, one at a time. Utilize it, get get something, and then move to the next. Any use for a payroll domain in ML? No, not in a payroll. Payroll is not a domain, by the way. So all these things comes under HR analytics, right? HR itself is a very, very huge domain. There are so many things which happens, starting from your hiring to a compliances to a attrition rate. There are so many things you will be able to find out. And yes, over there you can try to implement a complete AI stack, whether it's a machine learning, deep learning, vision, NLP. Yes, extensively, you can try to implement it. And this is what I think I have discussed even in my DSCR. DSCR is available as a community session. You can go and you can check this out. All right. So that is available as a community edition. I have discussed about HR. So how HR, inside HR, we can try to use machine learning or something like that. So payroll is not at all a domain in itself. Don't think in that way. How ML knowledge is used in a small and medium sized enterprise? See, a small and medium sized enterprise, if they are not into a machine learning, or like if they are not into AI, if they are just using tech as their platform, right? So for sure inside their platform they will be able to integrate a kind of a AI. And again, this is not very common in India, let me tell you. It will take some time, and yes, it will take some very, very good amount of time to get a popularity. And after some time, for sure you will be able to find out that even a very small company, let's suppose there is a very small company who works into a textile, right? So they manufacture a different kind of textile materials or something. They try to transport it from one place to another place. So they manufacture different kind of fabrics. So yes, you will be able to find out that even they are using some sort of a vision system for a quality check, some sort of like a vision system for understanding a market in a better way, to understanding their customer, plus to give a flavor to a customer that okay, how AI can work, and how they can use AI into their day-to-day life. So this is how. But yeah, this is not common. I have been working with some of the one or two SMEs, not more, because over there this scope is very limited. So from there, like I'm just talking about this like a textile use cases. Has also happy my life. Thank you so much. Let me take next question in between. You can keep on writing your question, guys. Scope of data science in decade like 2025. See, AI is not going anywhere for sure, or neither any other technology. See what happens. Let's suppose if you will start comparing a technology since 1990s, right? So we have started with a file system. We have started with the databases. We have started with the operating systems, right? And down the line, if you will observe same thing in 2021, you will be able to find out that we have done so much of improvement. A shape of the database has completely changed. Architecture of the database has completely changed. Like where we were using a SQL based, now we have so many NoSQL based task specific databases. Now we have a cloud solutions software. We have a SaaS platform. We have a IaaS platform. We have so many different things which is available again. So this technology has evolved itself, and a new things like we are able to get into a market. And yes, in the similar way you can try to observe this AI, right, in the similar way. So as of now, yes, AI is in its intermediate phase, I will say, not even in a beginning, because 3 or 4 year back, yes, we can say that okay fine, so AI is in its beginning phase. But now AI is in its like an intermediate phase. And AI is a kind of a tech stack which is going to impact or not going to impact. So for now I can say that it is impacting almost everyone, or every industry, every person that you can think of. That's the reason, so everyone is running after this AI. And more specific, if I'll try to talk about, right, so it's not AI, actually it's a data industry which is impacting a lot, almost everyone and everywhere, right? So this data industry is not going anywhere. Day by day we are generating a huge amount of the data, and inside this data industry, so again AI is a part of the data industry. So whether it's a data science I can talk about, data engineering, or maybe a data analytics, I can try to talk about. And other technology is giving us support. So support wise, I can talk about maybe a cloud, I can talk about a front end, or maybe I can talk about some sort of a back end, where in every places we are trying to utilize AI heavily. And yes, we are trying to serve all the industry. So nature of work will change for sure. The way we are using AI, the way we are writing a code as of now, the way we are trying to design a solution as of now, yes, it is going to change. It is not going to be same. As of now, we all start learning from like a basic of machine learning, linear regressions, and all those things, right? And then we think that if we know 10 algorithm, we think that okay fine, so now this much is sufficient, I will be able to make a transition even after doing a very small project or very simple project. But maybe by 2025 this will not be a case. So you will have to work hard, you will have to get on to that particular label, and then only you will be able to get into a AI industry. And again, there is another news. I was just going through some of the news from some of the well-known forums. So just like data structure and algorithm is a very popular across all the product based startup or established company, MNC's company. So in the similar way, doesn't matter you are the part of which industry you are going to join, but yes, your knowledge about an AI, at least basic knowledge about AI, machine learning, deep learning, will be must. And that is the reason you will be able to find out that even government of India has introduced AI into a CBSE curriculum. Just you can think about that, right? So what is the reason behind introducing this AI things into their curriculum, and that too for a school kids? If you will try to go and check back your like a college curriculum, even that has changed. Somewhere for sure they have introduced AI. Somewhere they have already introduced AI into their curriculum. So just imagine, it is a kind of a, it is going to be a kind of a, it will be a part of regular education. So whether you like it or not, but yes, you will have to learn. Doesn't matter in which branch you are studying, doesn't matter what you are going to do, but it will be a part of mainstream. This is how AI is going to impact. And yes, there is a saying that if you are not doing AI, then what you will do. So I think you can imagine, and this is how, this is what I think. And day by day you will you must have seen that there are so many platforms which people have launched. And yes, again there is a platform which can write a code for you, and just see after 1 or 2 years what will happen. So this is what I can think of. I'm having 3.5 year of experience in banking operations, now looking for a transition. I quit my job last December. Will this gap will impact my job search? See, Gopi. So what I will tell you is, try to uh, get a job as soon as possible, right? Because as your gap will increase, for sure it is going to create some sort of a issue, because for sure your HR is going to ask you a question, right? That why you have this much of gap, what has happened in your previous organization, and you are supposed to keep your answer ready. So I will suggest you just try to get into that, and that will be better. If I join AI Ops, will I have to spend too much of time for the cloud services as I follow along the courses, since cloud service require the credit card? See, AI Ops is not just about a cloud services. Cloud is an integrated part of it, right? AI Ops is about architecture, about a system designing, about creating a complete development UAT production infrastructure. So AI Ops is all about setting up the smooth process by which anyone will be able to build a long term scalable product, or anyone will be able to work into, or you will be able to engage a multiple people into a single project from a different perspective. This is where ops comes into picture. Forget about AI Ops, right? This is where ops comes into picture. And again, ops pipeline will be different in a different project in a different companies, right? This is where always ops comes into a picture. So AI Ops is nothing new. If you will try to study this AI Ops, so actually it's not new things. Ops is anyhow, it's very common. It's very common for any kind of a delivery, for any kind of a development across our industry. So if you are working into a simple software engineering, or let's suppose if you are working into a simple portal development, app development, so everywhere we try to follow up ops, and through that we used to do a continuous integration, continuous delivery, right? And again, there are so many tools which will be involved in between, including a cloud platform. In the similar way, if I have to deliver a AI product, a big one, a scalable one, so for sure AI Ops, and everyone is using AI Ops. So in this way, this things happens. I had joined ML batch and going in a fast track mode and applying for the job, but not seeing much jobs, only for a machine learning. Almost all required NLP and DL. Is it not possible to get a job in ML? No, it is possible. It's not like it's not possible, but yes, just try to mention basic of DL. Don't say that no, I don't know DL at all. Basic of DL, I think it will not take much time to like grasp a knowledge. Again, even Chris has created many videos, so you can go through it and you will be able to get enough amount of knowledge. I think that will be better. And even in your portal, those things are available now. So what are the changes will come in job of machine learning after 2 3 years? Even now, see, if you can compare, right, the kind of job expectations that people is having as of now kind of a JD you will be able to find out now, and a kind of a JD that we had, right, 3 year or 4 year back. So 3 year 4 year back, expectation was very simple, that if you like, I'll tell you honestly, right? When I was trying to get into a data science, because even I have done the transition, right? I'm the person who has done the transition from SAP to big data to data science. So uh, like at that point of a time, it was very easy, right? You can bluff easily. You can easily say that okay, fine, so I know this, and people will even say yes, okay, fine, so now we can come and join our industry. But now things have changed. There are many people who know AI. Those there are many people who are actually working, right? After 2 to 3 years, again situation will be a little bit tough. It's not like job won't be there, right? Job will be there. If even now, if I'll try to search, maybe let me do a search over here. So even now, if I'm trying to search machine learning, and if I'll try to look into a job part, 15,600 job is available. And I don't think that I have applied a filter. So experience level wise or anything. So again, same thing, I can search for a deep learning, machine learning, computer vision, or maybe a business analytics, or maybe for a big data, maybe for anything. So yeah, job is there, job will be there. But the kind of expectations, well, so for sure it is going to increase a lot. So you are supposed to prepare yourself on that particular level. Now if you're trying to get into that, it's again, like I said, it's in an intermediate level after 2 to 3 years. But again, see, uh, after 2 to 3 years, it depends upon person to person, right? So there are a person who can works like a 10 hour a day, and they can achieve their goal, and there are person who can work even 2 hours a day and they will be able to achieve the same goal. So again, it will depends person to person. There is nothing called as things is going to be tough or things is going to be easy. It was never easy, because I'll give you a context. When 4 or 5 year back, right? So now you have so many materials, so many resources which is available. 4 or 5 year back, no, this kind of a resources was not available, right? So it was tough. Now you have a resources, you have so many open resources, open things, open advice which is available to you. So now in this way, if I'll calculate, things is easier, right? So again, it's just like all about adoption. Please start DS and I'll go new batch fast. Yes, so we are planning for that, and we are in talk with some of the top notch like a people from Google or someone. So this time we are planning to launch this one through those guys, so that they will be able to give you a real inspiration. That's the reason this time Saurav has started taking your like big data, because he's from like Nvidia, and he's again having a very good hold with respect to content. Satyajit has started taking business analytics. So in the similar way for DS and Algo, so we are in talk with so many peoples from like you can say FANG. So we are just trying to onboard them. It's a little bit tough even for us to onboard people from those companies. So we are working on that part, and yes, it will be done from our side. When, I don't know, but very soon it will happen. Any deep learning batches starting at anyone within a month? No, I won't be able to give you a surety at all. So there was things which have started, I think, couple of month back, I think 1 or 1.5 month back, but new batches, I don't think that it is going to happen in next 1.5 month. So how I can explain the back order ML project, which is in our dashboard? I'm like working in B2B e-commerce company. Okay, I'll talk about a back order. What is the meaning of back order? So let's try to understand in this way that let's suppose there are like a 3 to 4 different vendors, right? And all of them uses to order, let's suppose, to a manufacturing plant. So all of them uses to order maybe a 10 mobile phone on a monthly basis. Let's suppose this is the mobile phone that all of those like vendors are trying to sell, and all of them uses to order, let's suppose, a 10 mobile phone, right, on a regular basis. So yes, let's suppose I'm a manufacturer, so I have received 10 order. So I will be ready for, let's suppose, 100 orders, right? Let's suppose I will be ready for 100 orders. But maybe because of something, right, maybe because of some surplus demand, or maybe because of something, so I have supplied, I was prepared for 100, right, so that I will be able to split or distribute 10 across all these 10 vendors. But because of some demand or because of something, maybe I have supplied some extra, because my capacity was 100, so something extra to another vendor, right? There was a need, there was a demand to other vendor, and now let's suppose you are the person who has placed an order for 10 mobile phone. Now your order is pending now, so you were expecting 10, I have just given you 4, so 6 is now in a back order, right? Or this is the one of the cases. The second case can be that maybe because of some issue with the manufacturing, maybe because of some issue with the logistics, right, maybe because of some issue with the estimations, I'm not able to fulfill your order on time, and then your order will go in a back order. And this is like a very regular thing. This happens with everyone, whether we are talking about Amazon or Flipkart or any companies who try to supply any inventories, right? So it happens with everyone. So now your order will go in a back order, and you have to clear your order, because if your back order will pile up, so for sure it will be a loss for your business. So not just in terms of a money, but even in terms of a trust that you are going to build into a market. So here comes as a back order forecasting. So if you will be able to estimate, if you will be able to forecast a back order, right? So in this way, maybe you will be ready for an extra investment, you will be ready with extra like a extra like a team, or extra like a manufacturing plant, or maybe a unit, and this is how you will be able to handle a back order. So if you are able to do a back order forecasting based on XYZ factors, so that is something called as a back order estimation, and that is a like a generic part of a supply chain. So if you will study supply chain, so back order is one of the concept which comes, which is a part of like the supply chain by default. Okay, now I can take maybe another question. When will our internship starts for the full data science? By 15th, as I have announced. So by 15th of this month, so in next 11 days, it is going to start. Is there any cloud architecture courses available at iKnown? Cloud architecture is not available. AWS Cloud Master is available. And again, AI Ops. So AI Ops is, like I said, all about the system, architectures, process, and all those things. And AWS Master. So again, over there, we have introduced some ML and some sort of a solution. Okay. Now, maybe I can take another question. Congratulations, Nansu. Thank you so much, Praveen. Your opinion in taking two courses in parallel, I don't see. If you are able to do it, generally what I suggest to a people is try to take one at a time, complete it, make a transition, or whatever is your objective, try to fulfill that objective first and then get into a second one. In parallel, ML and DL is fine. That I like suggest. That is completely fine. GitHub Autopilot is a bang. Yeah, see, honestly speaking, so yes, GitHub Autopilot is a very awesome feature that has been released, right? But you will be able to see a usability of GitHub Autopilot maybe in next 2 years. So it will take time to get a popularity. First of all, yes, we all, like a developer community, knows about it. That is completely fine. There is no if and but with that, right? We all know about GitHub Pilot, and we all have started talking about it, right? Many of us have created videos and all those things. That is completely fine. GitHub Autopilot is a known stuff now for us within like a week, I would say. But still, if you will think, so generally when you write a very small code, right, when you write a very small code, and yes, GitHub Autopilot is going to generate a code, and you see, you say that, okay, fine, so wow, right, wow, I'm able to get my response, I'm able to get my code in a correct way, right? And maybe I will be able to clear my data structure algorithm interview, or maybe my coding interview I will be able to clear out, right? Because exactly you are able to frame a question. Because you will, if you'll think about the GitHub Autopilot, how GitHub Autopilot is working, you frame a question, right? You try to give that as an input. GitHub Autopilot is been trained based on the public data. This is what is written on a GitHub Autopilot page. If you will scroll down, right, and if you'll check their data sources, so it is able to give you a response. But what if I'm working into one project, right, and now how I will be able to frame my problem statement? So again, there'll be a human being which will be involved. So maybe I'll try to because when you work into a project, so you try to design a coding architecture, and then in bits and pieces you will start writing the code, you will start arranging the code, output of one code will go into a input of another code, you will try to expose APIs, right? So all those things you are going to do. Now, to do all of those things, to generate a code for those kind of situations, right, for sure you need someone to write a problem statement. Now who will write the problem statement? So for sure, as a human being, now the kind of a problem statement that you are going to write for a project, so GitHub Autopilot is not being trained on those kind of a problem statement, first of all, because those kind of problem statement is not mentioned into a Stack Overflow or any GitHub repository. Again, it is going to fail. So it is not going to solve your problem by 100%. Think in this way. Many people have started saying, I've seen like comments that many people have started saying that, okay, fine, so now why do we need a developer? It is going to write a code for us. I mean, like, try to understand, first of all, a kind of a work that we all do, right, while doing a development. So it's not like if it is able to generate some 4, 5, or 100 line of a code, right, I will be able to build a project. And again, just think in this way, that you are giving an input as a question you are going to give, right, hashtag, and then you are going to give a question into that one, and then it is going to generate, right? Otherwise there is no possibility that it is going to generate. So yeah, for your interview questions, it will work 100%, it will work, right? But for your real-time development, as of now, it will not work. That's the reason I said that just wait and watch for next 2 to 3 years, right? For sure, there will be an AI system which is going to make your life easy, but it can't replace a human being. For sure, a human being is supposed to evolve itself, they are supposed to nurture themselves, they are supposed to acquire a new amount of knowledge, a thinking capability, right? But it's not like it is going to replace you as a coder. So don't worry, your job is not going anywhere. Even after a GitHub pilot, You may be able to clear the interview, but you will not be able to build a project. At least GitHub Pilot is like a autopilot is not on that level, and it takes like a effort. You don't have a data even to train. Like GitHub on Stack Overflow is not having that much amount of data where I will just write my problem statement, 100 pages of problem statement I'll write, right? It will understand and then it will generate the complete code and my project will be done. This kind of a system is not available, so you're not supposed to worry about it. Hope you all are able to understand the capability of a GitHub autopilot, right, guys? So you can just tell me yes, no. So if you are able to understand and if you are able to think that okay, fine, so your not job is not going anywhere, so don't think in that way. Yeah, can I get yes, no, or something in my chat box if you are able to understand? Okay, so now let me like take a next question. Yeah, so don't think. Many people was saying that like AutoML, right? AutoML is going to replace the entire machine learning, and AutoML is there since last 2 years approximately, right? There are many companies, there are many people who have created this AutoML platform. Just go and check how many people are using it, right? Still we need a data scientist to create the entire pipeline to solve the problems. Yes, and we need a more number of data scientists, more number of data analysts, more number of data engineer, more number of cloud expert, right? Still we need it. So automation happens, but it doesn't mean that like there is some company who has released a platform and then we can start using it. No, it even takes time to adopt it across the industry. We never adopt something which is like a very new or like just after looking into it for the very first time. So it takes time for an industry to evaluate it. Yes, life cycle of a technology is shrinking, that is true, right? But still it will take time. And again, autopilot is not going to replace you. Don't worry, you can keep on like practicing your code. You can take some help from autopilot and while practicing your code. So let's suppose if you are not able to solve something, put up those questions and then get the solution, but don't copy and paste. Type a code. No one is going to replace a human being. Okay, sorry, I just forgot. It's like a 7:45. I said that I will announce a challenge, right? So now I'm going to share my screen and I'll announce a challenge, and then after that, so I will try to take further questions. So don't worry, I'm here. So I'm here like for next 1 to 3 hours. I don't know. So I will just try to handle all the questions. Yeah, so this is one of the challenge which I would like to give to all of you, right? And this is again a beautiful challenge. So if you will really will be able to do it, so I think it is going to help you out directly in terms of getting a job, right? So let me share my screen and just let me know once you are able to see my screen. Yeah, so I think my screen is visible to all of you, right? Okay, so here is a challenge that I would like to like give to all of you, and again I will tell you what is the prize money which is there. So if you are going to submit it and what will be a terms and conditions, so I'll be talking about it each and everything, right? So let's try to understand. So here I keep on getting so many questions, keep on getting so many questions from multiple people, right? And let me know guys if you are able to see it, like if it is visible to all of you, right? So last time I have released like a machine learning, deep learning, vision, all those challenges. So machine learning challenge announcement, result announcement is already done, as you can see on my channel, right? So Avnish is a challenge winner. So this time I thought of launching one challenge in a different way. So I have been receiving so many questions from different people, obviously from our batch itself. So they used to apply for a job in India, outside, and everywhere, and they keep on getting so many questions. And there was a mini request from your side that okay, so can we see or can we get some of the questions which has been asked in a very first round, right? So for sure, when you will go for a job, so majority of the company, 90% plus or 80% plus, you can say, companies are giving you what? Are giving you a written challenge in a very first place, right? So these are challenges coming from those companies itself. And again, a big, small, all kind of a company, big, small, service-based startup. So you can see the name Deloitte and Geo, LinkedIn, Samsung even is there, Amazon is also there, Accenture is also there, right? Career Ninja, Black Coffer, Arab Embassy, Sipla. So there are like so many, and I'll keep on adding more and more number of questions over here, right? Now, so this is a questions almost like 30 32 plus sets of the questions is available, right? And what I was what I'm expecting over here is, so I'm launching these things as a challenge, and I'll tell you a criteria. So if you are going to fulfill that particular criteria, so for sure you will be a challenge winner and you will be able to get a award. But let me tell you another things, another fact over here. Even if you are not going to win a challenge, but still it will be a win-win situation for all of you. Even if you are going to attempt, maybe you will not be able to create a solution, right? But still it will be a win-win situation for all of you if you will just go through this question. This was my thought process when I was thinking of releasing these things as a challenge, that if you will go through it, you will be able to understand that where you are, because these are the question which has been asked, right? So it's not a question said by me or Einron or anyone from our side, right? It's a direct question that we are like received from them, those companies, the name which is mentioned over here, right? And that too not us who has received, like people like you who is like trying to make a transition, so they have received, right? And these are the questions, and I'll keep on adding. So even if you will just try to go through these questions, if you will try to build some sort of a basic solutions in this way, you will be able to understand that where you are lagging, right? Because we all study a lot, right? We all invest so much of time in terms of studying. Now it's time to spend some of the time in terms of evaluation. Just try to evaluate yourself. So if like you will get to know that, okay, fine, so where you have to focus and where you don't have to focus. And in this one you will be able to find out Python based, machine learning based, deep learning based, vision based, NLP based. It's a mixture of everything, right? From a different companies. So you will be able to understand that where you have to work, right? Where is a lag automatically, and what is the expectations. That's the reason. So service based companies, right, and even product based companies, all those questions are there. So you will be able to understand that if I'm targeting this company, these kind of a companies, this bracket of companies, these are the expectations that I have, right? So I'm going to update a drive link of this particular folder inside a description box of this particular video. Once I'll end up the session, or let me check if I can do it now itself. So I'll just try to update a link, drive link of this one. Plus I will update one form over here for a solution submission, so that you can go through this question, you can build a solution. And again, many of you are going to build a solution. What I'm going to do is I'm going to evaluate a solution based on the way you are going to approach to a solution, means a solution designing, the way you are going to write a code, the way you are going to, maybe if dashboard is required, the way you are going to create a dashboard, way you are going to build a pipeline if that is required, right? I'm not saying that it's required in all the questions and all those things, right? It's not like that. So you have to read out these questions, you have to understand, and again, somewhere you will be able to find out some ambiguity with respect to a data, right? Leave that question, simple. Because again, like I said, it's not a question given by me, it's a question given by those companies itself. I'm just trying to propagate this information to you so that you all will be able to get a benefit, right? I have just accumulated it. So if you find out that there is some problem with the data set, you can just leave it, that's fine. There are so many, and so many I'll upload over here itself. So as of now, enough amount of set is available, right? So you can, I'll just upload this drive link and a Google form, build a solution, and I will write down my solution criteria as well in a Google form, that what will be my evaluation criteria. Let me tell you that. So solution designing, the way you are going to write a code, the way you are going to prepare a documentation, right, for this entire project, and the way you are going to get an outcome. So these will be the 4 or 5 criteria. Again, I'm looking for a modular programming. right? Although in some of the cases you will be able to find out some notebook, but I'm expecting a modular programming, right? Everywhere when you write a program, always try to follow maybe a class object kind of a pattern, so classes and objects. Plus what I'm expecting is, so you have to do a logging, you have to enable in logging in all the code, throughout the code you have to utilize exception handling and all those things by default, even if I'm not asking you, right? So a standard coding convention you are supposed to use. Without that, if you are going to submit your solution and if there is another person who is going to submit a solution with that one, so that person will be a that person will be a challenge winner. You are not going to be a challenge winner at all, right? So these are my criterias. Based on that, I will try to evaluate. And so I just want you to like participate as much as possible in this particular question. So let me create a drive link, and let me share publicly with all of you. So yeah, so this is available now to all of you, and let me pin this message. Okay, so now you will be able to find out a drive link, right? So you can download, and I will keep on uploading so many questions. See, even if you think that okay fine, so it's tough and you will not be able to do it, it's completely fine, don't worry about it, right? Try to attempt, try to understand, try to check that okay fine, so what is the expectations, and based on that, because unnecessarily we keep on learning things, and on a daily basis unnecessarily we like take lots of frustrations and headache. It's better to evaluate on a timely basis. It's better to know about the expectations, right? Like I told you, expectation has changed in last 2 to 3 years, and again it will change in next 2 to 3 years, right? So you have to have, right, you have to have prepare yourself according to the need of a market. Yeah. Insta IDs, Dhansu sir, I think Insta ID is already updated, so you can just check. So Dhansu, I think I don't even remember my Insta ID. I don't know. Okay, now I'll start taking a question. I'll upload this link. I will upload this drive link, and over there, so you will be able to submit your solution. As of now, I have uploaded the question link. So that is a challenges. Now, so those who are going to win this challenge, so in one of my 30 days interview classes, I have announced this one. I have made an announcement, and over there, I'm giving them a 30 days of time. So by 28th, they are supposed to submit a solution. And over there, those who are going to submit their solution from that particular batch, right? So for them, there will be a 5 winner. We are going to pick and choose, and all of them are going to get 10,000. Like 10,000 means 50,000 is a award money. Now, for this public challenge, now you can't submit in both the places, either of these, right? So if you're already a part of batches, so for sure you won't be able to participate over here. So for this YouTube, right? For my YouTube channel, so again there will be a 5 winner. We are going to announce, we are going to select a 5 winner, and every one of you will be able to get 10,000. That is also I'll mention in a submission form, so where you are going to submit your solution. And yes, what you are supposed to do, so you are supposed to pick and choose 20 number of set which I have uploaded over there. So out of this 35 set, you can pick and choose any 20. I don't have any kind of a issue, and then you can submit a best possible solution that you can think of. And again, timing wise, so I'm giving you timing till 28th of this particular month, 28th of July, because I know if you're going to build a solution for like a 20 set, so for sure you need some sort of a time, right? So just try to submit as soon as possible. I'll make an announcement for both, 5 from that batch and 5 from this YouTube channel for the public, this one, public announcement. So in total, there are 10 people who are going to get a reward. So 5 from my batch, 30 days interview preparation, and 5 from this poly platform where anyone can participate. So this is like a public. This is the open challenge for everyone, right? In a batches, it is for only those people who has enrolled, but here it's for everyone. So every one of you will be able to participate. And yes, let's see who will be a winner, a 5 person. and I'll just send you a summation criteria. Means we have to do a 20 project. It's not a project. If you will look into the questions, right, so some of them are really very small, and some of them are like big, and some of them are complex, little bit complex, right? So it's not 20 projects you have to create. Simple. It's a less than project. And again, so you will get to know. Can we find sample project where all things are mentioned from step 1 to, can we find a sample project where all things are mentioned? I'm not able to understand your concern, Pratik. If you can explain, we can take any challenges. Yeah, you can take any challenges. If you're part of both, so you can take any challenges. So do let me know if you have any kind of a concern. I'll try to clarify. Now, sir, can we get a job by knowing a machine learning without knowing a deep learning? See, it's better to know a little bit of a deep learning. When I will ask you, do you know deep learning? You should not say straightforward, no, I don't know anything, right? Deep learning itself is very big, but still, if you know a basic, at least like what is ANN, what is a basic neural network, what is a basic convolution neural network, and RNN, that's it. It's completely fine. But at least you should know a basic. You should not say straightforward that no, I don't know anything. Okay, so who will be teaching AWS? Probably Saurav and other mentors are going to teach. So I done my bachelor's in biomedical and having 2 years of experience in a biomedical field. How I apply my knowledge in a medical devices in a field of AI. There are so many. If you'll just do a Google search, I think you will be able to get more than 50 plus applications that what we are doing into a field of biomedical. And again, from our team, so I think we can connect. So Sunny is again one of the persons, Sunny Vabin Chandra. You can connect with him, and he's working into that area. He will be able to explain you in a much better way with application. So he can even show you the application part. Okay, so what is the difference between data science and machine learning? Search in a Google but could not find a clear answer. Okay, let me give you a clear answer. I have already given many times. So see, machine learning, when we talk about and when we are trying to compare with respect to our data science, right? So data science is something where we try to apply some of the mathematical knowledge, some of the like some of the contextual knowledge or some of the environmental or functional knowledge we try to apply. And then if we are able to find out a pattern of the data anyhow, in any way, right, that is something called as a data science. I'll give you a very simple example, right? So if you will open up your mobile phone, right, and if you will check what will be a temperature maybe after like a 1 week, so for sure you will be able to see that okay fine, so what will be a temperature, what will be a humidity, whether there will be a cloudy nature or not, whether there will be a rain or not. All these things you will be able to find out, right? Now how you are able to find out, or how this app is giving you this kind of information. So some of us have collected this entire data since last 10 year, 20 year. Some of us have looked into this entire data and figured out the pattern that okay fine, so maybe in a month of June in this latitude longitude this was a situation, then again this situation is going to repeat itself, means pattern is going to repeat itself next year, then again pattern is going to repeat itself next year, right? And by applying some programming knowledge, some contextual environmental knowledge, some mathematical knowledge, so we have created a complete equation, or maybe we have created a system which will be able to give you that what will be a temperature after 7 days, right? So here we have used maybe a raw data, let's suppose, right, which we have collected since last 10 year, 20 year, or whatever it is. And then the whole idea over here is to find out the pattern, some of the pattern, some of the trend. And then for any kind of a pattern, for sure you will be able to write some sort of a rule, or maybe some sort of equations you will be able to create in a layman way if you try to understand. So here out of the data we are trying to extract something, some informations, right? In the similar way, I think you all are aware about the stock market, right? So whenever you have to buy some stock, so what you do, you just try to search that okay fine, so how stock is moving in last 6 months, and then last 1 year, maybe last 5 years, how stocks is moving. And then based on that you try to like think that, okay, fine, so maybe this stock will go a little bit up or down. There is a chances that the stock will go down or up, and wherever it went down or wherever it was high, so that time stamp you used to study that what has happened at this point of a time, what kind of an announcement, what kind of a policy, what kind of an investment which was made with respect to this particular stock. And then based on that idea, you used to generalize your brain, your human brain try to like build a sort of a pattern, and then you try to decide that, okay, fine, so whether I'm supposed to do an investment or I'm not supposed to buy this particular stock, right? So again, what you're trying to do, you're trying to analyze the data, you're trying to just look into this some informations or some data or some graph which is available. Graph is nothing but data, and then based on that you are trying to extract some insights, and based on that you are trying to make a final decision, right? So again, that comes under data science. Now coming to a machine learning, right? So machine learning is a subset of a data science over there. So we have any kind of a data, right? And based on that, so we are trying to like learn some pattern. Again, I'll give you another layman example. We all learn how to drive a car, right? We all learn car driving, bike driving. So on a very first day, if you'll start riding a car, so for sure, you will try to learn, okay, fine, so clutch, gear, brake, and then steering, all those things someone will teach you, right? Or you will try to observe and then you will learn. Then like slowly you will try to adopt that environment, that when you are supposed to apply a brake, you have to turn, so how much space that you need, what is the speed that you are supposed to maintain on what road, or when there will be a traffic light, what you are supposed to do. So basically it's not nothing new that you are trying to do, right? You are trying to do what? You are trying to observe someone, or someone is telling you, or maybe out of the experience you are trying to get a data, you are trying to generate a data from an environment, right? You're trying to observe, observation is your data, and then based out of that, so you are trying to build your own pattern. So now after 1 month, if you drive a car, automatically your leg will apply a brake, or maybe it will go on accelerator, or maybe it will go on a clutch, right? And automatically your hand will be on a steering, and it will start moving, right? Because now you have adopted a pattern, right? Pattern. So based on the data that you have observed or that you have extracted from a environment, this is what has happened, right? So everywhere, whether we are trying to learn a car driving, whether we are trying to learn maybe some sort of a data pattern, or even in our day-to-day life, right? In our day-to-day life, so we all used to acquire some sort of a data, and then we try to change our behavior based on our experiences. Even human behavior changes, right? So let's suppose if you will ask me a question, and let's suppose rudely if I'll say no, I'll not answer your question, so you will learn, you will get some experience, and then next time maybe you will not ask me a question, that okay, no, this person is like a rude, and this person is like a arrogant person, he's not going to give an answer. So you will learn from this responses that will work as a data, and based out of that, so you will try to make a decision that, okay, fine, so no, I'll not ask this question to this person, right? So again, you are making a decision, you are trying to do something based on the data that you are collecting from the environment. So everywhere, so we try to observe, or data is not just about a data which we see in a SQL, like a SQL system, or maybe into Excel file, right? We all are trying to gather a data, and based on that we always try to make a decision. So morning till night, right? Throughout our career, throughout our life, we all do that, right? If you'll try to observe each and every work that you do, right? All the learnings that happens. So that is something comes under a data science, if we are able to extract, or if we are able to learn those patterns, right? So even there are so many scientists which is trying to do a research since a very long time on your human neurons, human neural network, or like a neurobiology. So they are trying to do a research, and then they're trying to understand that how human brain works, whether we'll be able to replicate it or not, a learning process we will be able to replicate it or not. So in the similar way, right, the way human beings used to gather or observe a data, and then based out of that, so we try to make a decision. If machine will be able to do it, right? So data science is all about like gather any kind of a data, make some sort of a decision, or generalize it, or find out some sort of a pattern. We all do it. Machine learning is a specific area you will be able to find out, which is a part of a data science. So in machine learning, we have a certain equation. I was talking about pattern, right? In every data we try to find out pattern, whether it's a weather data, whether it's a car driving, that is also a pattern. We can write an equation for that, right? So if like a distance of an object is equal to this much, and if the width of my car is equal to this much, if the speed of my current speed of my car is equal to this much, then what I'm supposed to do, then what will be the y value? We can write an equation actually. Every natural phenomena, or every like for every kind of a phenomena, we can write a mathematical equation. There is a beautiful quotes you will be able to find out about in a mathematics. So we can write equations, right? So now if you'll try to observe a machine learning, so machine learning is something which gives you a capability and predefined some sort of a equations, right? Some sort of equations which has been proven on some sort of a data pattern, not on all, which has been proven on some sort of a data pattern, where you can try to utilize this machine learning equations directly, and you can try to fit in on top of the data pattern, and it will help you out to learn. For example, a very basic one, linear regression. So if my data set is showing me a linear tendency, I can try to use maybe y is equal to x plus c, and I can try to fit in my data. So actually I'm trying to adjust the nature of the data on this line. Simple. So this is something again called as a machine learning. So data science is nothing but it's a very generic and vague word. You will be able to find out wherever there is information that we are generating, if we are able to extract some fruitful informations, if we are able to make some decision out of it. So yes, that is something called as a data science. So hope you are able to understand a difference between data science and ML. So ML is just a subset. How we can output one of the model be used as an input for the another. For example, output of the clustering model supplied into a classification model. I would appreciate your feedback. Okay, so Nizam, just try to look into any one of our machine learning project. There is something called as a customized machine learning approach that we have implemented. So in every places we have applied this kind of a thing. So I think you will be able to like get your answer very easily. So it's not like we try to give output of one model in your cases, clustering into an input of classification. Clustering is bunch of the data. So we are just trying to group the data. We have X and Y, and then for that bunch of the data, we are creating one classification model. There will be another bunch. For that, we are creating another classifier. This is how it happens. When will the internship start for a ML 29th batch? ML 29th? 29th August. I think last time internship has already started. Again, next will be started in again in next 15 by 15th. Okay, let me take some other question. Hi Danzo, can we get a regular classes for the data science from iNeuron? So yeah, this is what we are doing, right? Regular classes and many more things, many more projects, and many more community events. We keep on organizing this kind of a thing. So yes, for sure. What is the documentation required for the solution submission? So whenever you are building a solution, I'll just mention. So maybe after this particular like a live session, so I'll try to upload, or I will try to put inside a description box of this particular video, right? So I will upload a Google Drive link along with this Drive link, so that you can submit your solutions. So I'll mention a criteria over there. So what is the kind of a documentation I am looking for, and you can just try to work on that. All those submission criteria will be mentioned over there. And again, if you will go through your questions, right, in every question submission criteria is already available. So just go through those questions, and in most of the question you will be able to find out. Okay, so I'm having 7 years of experience in time series analysis. Okay, that's amazing. Even I don't have that much of experience just in time series. So maybe I can learn if you can put some light on it. How to learn data extraction from a Google Cloud using a BigQuery table from wherever I can see. BigQuery table, BigQuery is nothing but it's kind of a databases, right? So you ultimately you are going to use it for the data storage, not for the, and again, in any devices or in any platform, if you would like to extract a data, so just like APIs are available, you can extract it. But you are saying that how to learn data extraction from Google Cloud using a BigQuery from where I can learn this. So see, BigQuery, you are not supposed to learn something like a separately. Just try to like a login, try to create your account, try to log in, try to upload some data and try to download some data, means through some programming language for sure. Maybe let's suppose Python, right? You will get to know about it. So it's not a tough job at all. And I think just within a single Google search, you will be able to get a code, and just 2 line of a code is required to extract or to maybe upload a data to perform any kind of a CRUD operations over there. So there are 30 questions. Yeah. So there are 30 questions. Out of that, 20 you have to do. From different companies, which one we need to solve? I'm leaving this up to you. So you have a choice. You can pick and choose any 20. I don't have any issue. A best solution provider will be awarded. So a best solution provider, this is what I'm looking for. So a best one, a five best from like this one. And plus you will be able to get a certificate as well, a challenge winner, a Neuron challenge winner, plus 10,000 each. But yeah, deadline is 28th. After 28th, if you are going to submit a solution, we will not accept. Okay, so as a fresher, what is my next step after completing ML, DLC, NLP? I move into a fast track mode. So see, next step should always be like a move towards a work, right? So if you are able to get some freelancing work from somewhere, start doing it. There are so many freelancing work which is available, right? And which will pay you like a very good amount of money. And if you're eligible, right, if you're out of the college, then start applying for the job as well in between. There are many people who does that, and they used to get so much of advantages of that. So yeah, I think that applies on everyone. I feel confident in DL than ML. Is it fine? It's actually very good if you like good with ML. DL. Can I ask question? Yeah, for sure. You can ask. I think in some folders, solutions are already there. No, you will be able to find out some solution. I'm aware about it. Some notebooks you will be able to find out, but I'm looking for a better solution. If you look into the solutions, it's a half of the solutions you will be able to find out. So I'm looking for a complete modular coding. That is the first criteria which I have mentioned. I'm looking for everywhere like a logging monitoring you have to implement, exception handlings you have to maintain. Wherever deployment is required, you have to configure that as well. A proper documentations you have to prepare. A final output you are supposed to showcase. Plus, to showcase your final output, you have to give me a evaluation criteria. So I'm looking for a solution, a perfect solution over there. So not just a solution which anyone can submit. So I'm aware about it because I have like accumulated and I have like dumped it over there. Our data science course, is it enough to attempt the question? Yes, I think, but again, I don't know about you, like what is your label as of now as a person. So you can just check this out. That's the reason I've given you. In this way, you will be able to know even your depth. That okay, fine. So where I have to focus more and more, which in all area I'm not able to touch, because these questions are not just biased towards a machine learning, deep learning, vision, or NLP. It's like everything is there. Please have a separate video regarding a detailed AWS Cloud Master. Separate video regarding details AWS Cloud Master. Okay, so I'll take a note of it. Probably tomorrow I'll ask Chris, or maybe I'll just upload AWS Cloud Master. Yeah, so I've just taken a note of it. Probably by tomorrow, me or Chris, any one of us will do that. Give some project idea which integrates both web development and machine learning. Okay, I'll just give you a idea. So just go and search for one of the app. I'll just like tell you that what is the app that you can try download. There is an app called as True News. TrueNews. True News. So you can try to go to a Play Store and you can try to search for True News. And yes, this is a app that you can. Okay, I think my screen is visible. So this is a app you can try to download. This is a project. This is the app you can try to download, a True News app. I don't know whether it's visible clearly or not. So It's in my mobile, it's coming as a third option, right? So you can try to like download this one. And this is a kind of a app which is completely NLP based app, which has been released from our side, right? So it's like a, okay, I think it's not visible. Third option. So after TOI, so I'm able to see this app, right? So download this app and just try to utilize this app, and you will be able to find out that complete AI or complete this one is released. So you will be able to find out email ID as support at the rate bingdatum.com. So again, this is like our company, our unit itself, Bing Datum. So this is a complete NLP based app. Just try to look into its feature and try to replicate it. So scrapping, core NLP, extraction, abbreviation, summarizations, NER, keyword spotting, everything is implemented in this particular app. In one single app, everything is already implemented. So yeah, just feel free to build this kind of app. That's the idea. Okay, now coming to the next question, who will teach AI operation classes? So it will be Sunny and Paul. So Paul will take basically like a Linux, Git, and yeah, so Paul will take care of like Linux and Git, and Sunny will be taking care of entire AI ops. I will be taking care of the design and system architecture. Give me okay. I'm having 2 year experience in SAP. When I get DS interview, they ask previous work and what should be done for this. Okay, so let me, सर आवाज अपनी है और वीडियो किसी और का कॉपी कर लिया तो यूट्यूब पर कॉपीराइट क्लेम आएगा या नहीं आएगा? मे बी यू आ सकता है, देयर इज अ पॉसिबिलिटी. So just check terms and condition. But yes, there is a possibility. Depends upon like a content creator. So if AutoBot is going to like send a claim report, or maybe by default from a YouTube side, content creator itself, they will give you this kind of a, they can raise this kind of a claim. So in that case, you will have to remove. It depends. Okay, so I'm having 2 year experience in SAP. When I get a data science interview, they ask a previous work, what should be done for this? Let me answer this question, Mayank. So see, Mayank, whether you are working into SAP or maybe in some other like a domain. Again, if you can elaborate more and more about SAP. So what is the area inside SAP in which you are contributing as of now? So maybe I'll be able to suggest you a specific things. But in general, everywhere we try to write a code, we are working for some sort of a problem statement received by a client. We are trying to build some sort of a product, and every product and every client is having some end goal or end objective, right? So what you can do is just try to convert those things in terms of a AI, or maybe as a requirement of a AI, and then try to showcase your previous work experience. So you're not supposed to like change a nature of your work. Nature of the work, leave it as it is, right? Whatever work, whatever nature is the work is, whatever problem statement that you have received, just you have to convert their solution by using a different tech stack. So if you can solve some problem by using a SAP, because SAP is also providing a platform, a tech stack, right? So there is a possibility that without using even an SAP, by using a AI tech stack, you can solve the same problem. So you can convert in this way. I think that will be like a better, and in this way things will be a little bit smooth for you. Master goes from August 20 to May 21, waiting for internship from Iron, where I can get the internship. I think, Pratik, I have already answered this question. And like I told you multiple times, internship notifications, we have already sent it to you. And again, you will be able to get a new internship notification by 15th. So you can join that one. But yes, for your batches, if you'll check your mail, many mails are already there inside your dashboard. Okay, let me answer next question. Please try to make a video on Dialogflow, and please try to complete a video of Big Data, sir. Only 4 videos are available. Yeah, I'll just, again, I can't give a commitment on this part, but I'll just try to do it. But no commitments. Link for a Google form. It will be uploaded right after this session. So once I'll just like end this session, and in some time you will be able to find it in a description box for your submission. Link of a question is already given to you. Please look into that, right? And I'll release a poster as well for the prize announcement. So don't worry. I have completed the last email. Okay, I think I've already answered. Can you upload a recording of induction class for Big Data Masters in YouTube? Okay, I can do that. Let me take a note. Maybe like by tonight itself, it will be available. So Big Data Masters. Okay, induction. Okay, I'll just make it public. So it will be done by tonight itself. I have already taken a note of it. So any other things, guys, that you want me to like take a note and then in a later stage do it for you? So you can let me know and I'll just try to do it if it is feasible. So like a person has asked me like make this Big Data Masters induction class as a public. I'll do that. Many companies require both skill ML and NLP, but I only know machine learning. In that case, what should I do? Cause my resume. No, it's not like that. So just try to showcase ML full and then DL basic. That is fine. Get into that, and there are many companies which will give you opportunity. And then in a later stage, you can like keep on doing these things. So even as a big fan, thank you so much, Satyajit. Even I am a fan of you, so I keep on watching you as and when I get time. Okay, and I joined the full stack course and I am planning to go higher study along with it. Is it possible to handle both? No, I think it will be hectic for you, and again, you will end up spending so much of money. So what I will suggest you is, so try to complete it, try to get into a job, and then work with the industry at least for some time, and then plan for your higher studies. Because again, if you're going for a higher studies, it is going to take time plus a huge amount of like a money you are going to invest, right? After 2 to 3 years you will try to again get back into industry. You will try to look for the job, right? And you don't know by that time, so what will be your situations, whether the kind of things you will end up doing will be relevant or not relevant. So it's better to become a part of an industry, because the ultimate goal is to join an industry, right? And experience always gives you more advantage as compared to a degree. And again, trend is changing a lot throughout across the industry. So what I will suggest you is, first of all, get a job, then plan for like a higher education, or maybe in parallel to that you can plan. But first of all, get into that. I won't suggest anyone to like spend 50 lakh, 40 lakh in a single shot, and then uh, go for like a study, spend money, and then like after that, so you will again start looking for the job. So that kind of a job you can get it now itself. So get it and then feel, then like plan for that. सर बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है आपको इतने दिन बाद देखकर. Thank you so much. So even I'm feeling very good. Actually, like it's a lockdown, right? So we are not able to go outside, and I'm not able to connect with many people. Generally, I used to connect a lot with so many people. So this is the like only platform that is left where I can talk to all of you. Right, I can share some knowledge. I can get questions. Even I can discuss so many things with you, all of you. And even if you guys would like to like discuss something, right? So you can ping me on my email ID, I think, or maybe on my LinkedIn or mail ID, right? So let's suppose if you would like to initiate some sort of a discussion. So from next time onwards, what I will do is maybe I'll send you a Zoom link directly, and you can join from this side, from my side, like Chris has joined. And yeah, so we can have our discussions, right? So again, whenever you are sending me this request, so please try to mention what is the agenda that you would like to discuss, right? And depends upon that. I'm not committing that okay, no, everyone I will be able to invite everyone. So if agenda will be good, right, so for sure I would love to invite you over here and we can have a discussion. We can have an open discussion on top of that. So for sure, like I have done this discussion with Satyajit, I have done this kind of a discussion with Saurav, even with Chris and many other people, right? So in this way I think we can do. I would love to like host you on my channel for sure, if your agenda is very good, and if I think that people will love it, for sure we'll do it. Yeah, so please do that. I love like talking to people. I learn a lot when I see a different perspective, a different like dimensions from a different people. Sir, लगा रखी है आपने. Thank you. Sometimes it becomes difficult while learning, losing hopes. Yes, that is true. That is very true. And yes, it's a part of human behavior, it's a part of human nature. When we learn for a very long time, right? And when we'll keep on learning something, you will start losing hope for sure. And this is very natural. If it is happening with you, so it's natural. You're not supposed to feel awkward about it, and you should talk about it for sure with your friends, with your families, with your colleague, right, with your batchmates, those like whoever you feel like, okay, fine, so I can discuss, or with me. I will be happy to like discuss this kind of a situation for sure, as and when I'll get a time for sure. So see, that's the reason I keep on saying that don't spend much time on learning, right? Because what is your objective of learning? What is your end goal? End goal is to earn. End goal is to settle yourself. End goal is to make a transition. End goal is to switch a company, get a better opportunity, better offer in some a good company. End goal is to create something or develop something by yourself. These are the end goals that we used to keep. Otherwise, why we are learning, right? We keep on talking about many things again and again: data science, this technology, that technology, blockchain, cloud, or maybe data algorithm, or maybe let's suppose philosophy, right? I love those that chapter as well, philosophy, let's suppose. So we try to like learn so many things, right? But why we are learning? We all have an objective. And let's suppose if you are learning a little bit, you have not completed your education, because education or learning is something which is a continuous process. You can't complete it. If you're saying that within 1 year I will be a master in data science, no one can be, right? Every area is a evolving area. In every field you will be able to find out something new. Even if I'll talk about a literature, right? Even if I'll talk about the geography, right? So nothing is constant. Even history is not constant, right? We keep on adding new chapters into a history. We keep on exploring, historian keep on exploring new things. They keep on like discovering new stories, right? So nothing is constant. Learning is not a constant thing, it's a lifelong journey. But what generally I try to do, even in my previous live session, I think I discussed about it, right? So how you can keep yourself motivated: don't spend much time on learning. Learn a small portion, right? Try to extract something out of it. And there are like it's an open world, it's an open opportunity. It's not like you have to get a job, then only you will be able to get something out of it, right? There are many opportunity. Even content creations pays you a lot, right? Even Aineron has released that opportunity for all of you. You must have seen that ad that we have released. Again, teaching is a very good job that you can do. Again, freelancing work. If you feel like, okay, fine, so maybe I'm not a person who can explain something, who can explore, elaborate something from a user's perspective, that is fine. If you think that I'm a very good developer, maybe I'm like a very good UI UX designer, right? I'm a very good Android developer, right? I have a skill. Fine, I learn a small portion and then I will try to apply for a freelancing job, freelancing opportunities. And freelancing opportunity wise, there are so many things, right? Content creation is also a freelancing opportunity. Video creation is a freelancing opportunity. Taking a project, delivering it, a freelancing opportunity. Teaching is a freelancing opportunity. There are so many opportunities. Starting from development to a content creation, you will be able to find out into a technical industry. Apart from this, right? Apart from this, there are many people who are looking for some sort of a hand, some sort of a help, even inside an organization. They get a job, but they're not able to do it, right? And this kind of a job is very much popular in a US and UK based like industries. So they are looking for a hands, they are looking for something, someone. So start like involving yourself into those kind of things. Then you will be able to utilize those knowledge. Plus you will get some revenue, you will be able to generate some revenue, you will feel motivated. Then you will not lose hope for sure. But if you'll keep on studying something and if you will not get something back in return, right, you will lose hope for sure. Anyhow, the kind of education system that we used to follow is kind of a disaster in itself, right? And again, by spending more, that's the reason I never say, I never suggest, I never ever suggested even a single person that go for a master's without having a industrial experience. First, have an industrial experience, earn something, don't waste your parents' money again, right? Earn something, build your backup, and then go for a master's if you want. Because I know that when you will be a part of this industry, right, you will be able to understand and you will be in a position to decide that whether I should go for masters or like maybe I can grow more and more in my current profile itself. Yeah. So this is how you can keep yourself like updated, plus you can keep yourself motivated. Otherwise, learning is a kind of it will become a hopeless journey. Yes, and you will start losing like a hope, and for sure you will not be able to maintain the enthusiasm. So just go check yourself, test yourself, like what is your capability, and start extracting some revenue out of it, right? That's the best part. How to attract client on a freelancing website such as Fiverr. Okay, so whether it's a Fiverr, whether it's a Vwork, or whether it's a freelancing.com, in all of these websites, so you can try to create some of the project or upload some of the project, or when you are creating a profile, so try to check that your profile must be a best one, and try to bid for some of the work for free, right? Offer them for free, that okay fine, so I'll deliver your work for free, or maybe just for token amount $1, $2, right? In this way, deliver it, get a rating, right? Second time you will be able to get a work very easily. You will apply and then people will be able to give you, because based out of your previous work, right? That's the best way to build a freelancing profile. And again, like again, it's not like first time maybe you will be able to get a job through a portal. Second time you won't even have to look for that, because maybe a client's friend or maybe a client's client, they are going to call you and they are going to give you a work. These things happens a lot. This entire industry works on top of a people's connect, right? So people's connect is very, very important. And when I'm talking about a people's connect, trust, delivery, quality, these things always comes in a first place. So if you're able to maintain that thing, for sure you will flourish in like a freelancing environment. And many people does these things. If you'll see if you'll like compare this our culture of work and like a US and UK, the way those people work, so they love to work as a freelancer as compared to a full-time employees, right? Because they generate a more money, a more like a outcome as compared to a full-time employees. Yes, as a full-time employee, people says that you have a job security, but let me tell you, nothing is secure, right? It's just like depends upon situation. So it's better to like extract more and more. And plus in freelancing work there is another advantage: your nature of work will keep on changing a lot, right? So complexity, you are working into a same technology, but complexity will keep on changing. Sometime easy, sometime hard, sometime very complex situations, very complex like a problem statement you will have to solve, very complex project you will have to build, right? You will have to involve another person as well over there. So this is the advantage of like doing a freelancing. In a like a full-time job, after 1 year or 2 year, things will be monotonous for you. So I think many of you will agree with me. So again, I suggest everyone, even who are like a working professional, right, go for freelancing. In this way, it's very easy to upskill yourself, right? You will be able to see lots of challenges, and you will solve it. And for sure, you will be like you can keep yourself relevant in an industry. If someone is doing masters without experience and starts to lose hope, what should they do? Freelancing, work, right? Start earning, and that you can do even as a master's student, right? So start, see, the only like a hope the only source of hope will be if you are able to get a benefit, right? If you are not getting a benefit, doesn't matter how much inspiration I'm going to give you, or how many golden words I'm going to use, right? You will never be able to keep yourself motivated. It's very simple. Like maybe for next 5 minutes you will feel yourself, you will be able to keep a motivation. You will feel like okay fine, so wow, someone has motivated me, someone has inspired me, right? But after 5 minutes things will be gone, and again you will be back to your previous stage. So outcome. If you will keep on getting an outcome, a benefit, right? That's a key. It will keep yourself like motivated. Otherwise, it's very difficult to like maintain our motivations in a day-to-day life. Yeah, and currently I'm outside India and would like to come back India by next July with 1.5 year of experience in robotics. I enrolled for Volostat DS and shall start job search. I'm okay with the freelance. So job search freelance wise, if you're okay with Uday Kiran, if you're like okay with freelance, you can start it even from now. No need to like wait for like next year, right? And job search you can start maybe probably by next January, February, possible. Sir, you are telling the truth. I feel you. Thank you so much. If you are able to correlate, right? Big up Palki Sharma. Okay, who is Palki Sharma, by the way? Remarkable woman. Okay. Uh, a new friend. Okay, thank you. Homecoming with SI. Okay, let me take another question. How to attract? Okay, I think I have already taken that. You are a great mentor. Seriously, all the best for such kind heart. Thank you so much. I'll keep on doing these things as much as possible as a like a individual from my side for sure. Please suggest a good book for statistics. See, I only suggest one book for statistics, and that is ISLR, right? Implementation in that book is done by using R programming. You can leave that part, implementation part, subtract that implementation part. But book wise, ISLR is the best book you will be able to find out. And that book is available in a hard coded version if you are like a book reader, if you're a book lover, right? Otherwise, even a soft copy, I think you will be able to get, you can purchase, right? Or Kindle edition, even you will be able to get it. Yes. So I suggest always ISLR for statistics. It's one of the best. Just one book I suggest, not two or three. So just one for statistics, one for ML. I used to suggest. I think for ML I have already created a videos as well. Okay, let me take next question. In between, you can keep on sending me a question. You can hit like if you are liking this video. Otherwise, you can let me know that okay maybe, and I can ask any question. So yeah, we can discuss about anything, about any kind of a situation, personal, professional. I don't have any kind of a issue. Even I would love to like talk about it. Masters for India itself in IITs and AI robotics field, it's not quite expensive. I think through campus placement, I can get more exposure. Yeah, indeed, you will be able to get more exposure through a campus placement. And if you are planning for like AI and robotics field from IIT, right? So I think Soumya, right? Soumya Ranjan. So you must have seen a video of Priya Bhatia, right? So Priya Bhatia is one. She's doing her MTech. She's doing her masters from IIT itself, right? And that too in AI, in the field of AI, and in iNeuron. So she uses to give classes for data structure algorithms. She's very good and she's a very talented lady. And recently she's able to secure even a scholarship from I think Dhirubhai Ambani or some Geo scholarship. Uh, I don't remember the exact name. You can check her post. You will be able to like get that. So she's able to like win that one. So maybe you can ping her, and she will be the best person who can give you an advice, right? Because she's already doing it. I think she's in a final year or so she will be able to, and she's really very talented person. So I think she will be the best one who can guide you. And again, you can take my reference. So for sure, you will be able to get a quick response. At least you can expect. Yeah. So before going for or before making any kind of a decision, Soumya, I would recommend you to connect with Priya. Priya Bhatia, you can search on a LinkedIn, and yes, you will be able to get her connects. Pre-recorded videos available for AWS Cloud Master course? No, it won't be available, and your class recordings will be available. Sir, I have enrolled for Big Data Masters course. Can you upload the fast track mode lectures? Yeah, as I think today itself I have made an announcement, right? I'll upload my 2 years old lectures not the updated one, because updated one you will be able to get as a part of class itself. So my lectures, I'll make it available. Although it was not a commitment from our side, but still, what I feel is like I can upload. Okay, so I'm from like a tier 3 city, want to start something new here in DS. Here, any opportunity, or I must go to a metro city for a job? I have 5 year experience in business development, marketing, and better. Welcome. See, Omkar. So in tier 3 cities, for sure, AI wise, honestly speaking, you will not be able to get much opportunity, even in terms of doing a business development, right? In tier 3 cities, for sure, people are not ready to spend, right? Yes, maybe, but like education wise, you can try to do expansion, maybe in schools and colleges. You can try to conduct many different kind of programs and all those things, through which you can build a business. But as far as development is concerned, I don't feel, or I don't think that AI development will work. Major development happens in tier 1 cities, like in terms of AI, that is like again very slow in India. In other countries, yes, it is fast. And then we try to bring those technology into a tier 3, right? So this is the fact. And yes, according to that, I think you should take your decision. Hope you understand that part. I was depressed due to not getting a job after 5 years of experience in a different domain. Yeah, that is true, right? So first of all, find out. See, don't take everything into a negative direction, right? Things happens, right? That is like a true. Many things, many bad things happens. Good thing happens, right? You will be able to find out even a person who is having even a worst conditional situation as compared to your situation, right? That is also possible. You will be able to find out many person. So what I will recommend you is, don't get depressed. First of all, try to find out, if you are again and again trying consistently and honestly, if you have done something, first try to investigate that why things has not worked, right? And try to eliminate those negative points. Things will be good automatically. This is the only suggestion which I can give. There is no tips and tricks which is applicable. It's a life, right? And life is like just like a random zigzag curve. You don't know where it takes a turn, and then you don't know so when you will be able to achieve something in that those turns. And you will be able to achieve what. So keep on doing these things, but first of all, just eliminate your negative part, or like a part because of that you are not able to do something. So just try to eliminate those part. I think things will be better. This is what I have seen. So yeah. As a fresher, should I focus more on data structure or data science? Both, actually. So if you have to build a career into a software development, in that case, data structure algorithm. If you have to build a career in a very good companies, or maybe if you have to start something by your own, right? Both perspective, that too in AI, a core AI, then you should go ahead with data structure plus data science. So depends what kind of a career opportunities you are going to opt for, and based out of that, so you can try to pick and choose. Okay, so let me take another question. I'm planning my masters from India. Okay, I think I have already answered. Can I connect with a support team to take a guidance for a freelance? No, I think freelance guidance support team will not be able to give you because for sure, they will maybe depends with whom you are connected in the support team, right? So yeah, you can feel free to connect, but I won't give you a commitment that because tomorrow if they will not be able to give you. So Agi Sharma Upadhyay sounds India, but not sure her origin. Highly intelligent individual. Okay, so coming to the next question. So keep up whatever you are doing, Kumar. Namaste, bro. Thank you. Who is going to take session for AI operations? But I think I've already answered. What is a data robot? I'm really very sorry. I'm not aware about it. In DS, okay. So let me take some other question. For cloud model deployment, which course is good? AWS Cloud or AI Ops? I think AI Ops is better. So where you will be able to get each and everything end to end. Today we having a iNeuron Achievers Award. Yes, so we have shortlisted and we are preparing your certificates. So team is like preparing your certificate, and they will try to send it to you by this week. Whoever has filled a form, and they are trying to connect with each and every individuals as well, so that they will get to know about their status and everything. So that is in process. That has taken time because there are so many people. So we are not able to do it on 4th because of so many engagements and so many people. When will be the next batch of full stack data science starts? I'm not sure about it. Maybe next 4 month, most probably. There is a chance that 4 month. Again, I'm not sure. We have not decided yet. In data science field, as fresher will be able to secure a job because barely any companies recruits fresher. No, it's not like that. It's a myth that companies doesn't recruit a fresher. There is a job you will be able to find out for a freshers as well as for a entry level. And now if you will search LinkedIn, you will be able to find out 4,318 jobs just in machine learning. And if you will try to search maybe for other by using some other keyword, statistics or deep learning or NLP or something, you will be able to get another again kind of a job, and that is for entry level people. Yeah, in some of these requirements you will be able to find out some overlap, but there is an opportunity again on Naukri. So there are so many jobs which has been listed down, which is coming from a small companies. So they generally prefer to onboard freshers. So yes, there is an opportunity, but you will have to be very consistent on this particular part in terms of job hunting. Then only you will be able to get it easily. Computer vision or NLP, both is very good. So you should choose any at a time. Both is very good and both is having a very good scope. And again, industry wide in demand, I will say. Will GitHub Autopilot eat up a DS job? No, as I have already mentioned, I think I have already answered this question in very detail. That it looks like that it will be able to write a code for a problem statement. But let's suppose if I'm trying to develop a complete project, right? How you will be able to frame a problem statement? Again, if you will start framing a problem statement, it will take another 100 pages, right? Then that is not the only story where it will stop, right? So this is not going to be a last page of the book. So for sure, after that, integration is required, right? Configuration is required, API development is required. It's not like everything will be done by your autopilot. So yes, maybe to solve your data structure algorithm problem, it will work, but for a real-time development, it's nowhere close to the kind of things that can deliver a real-time project. Nowhere close, nowhere closer to this one, right? So don't worry about it. And this is what I have already answered. So maybe you can check back. I've answered all those things with the context and in very detail. Could you please say something about Apache NiFi? Okay, so Apache NiFi is a project from, I think, from USA security or defense system. So they were trying to build some of the tool. As far as I know the story, so they were trying to build just a story part. Then I'll come to a technical part. So just wait. So they have built a very lightweight tool by which you will be able to create a kind of a messaging system where there will be a producer, there will be a consumer, plus there will be a scheduler, plus you will be able to do some sort of a processing just with the help of some sort of a click. So they have ended up developing one particular tool. In a later stage, they have open source these things under a Apache license, right? And now this is called as Apache NiFi. NiFi is a very lightweighted, easy to use, easy to integrate, easy to deploy kind of a tool where So instead of using a Kafka, and even Kafka you can integrate over there. So instead of using Kafka, you can use a NiFi. So Kafka is just a messaging system where NiFi gives you some additional feature for even a data processing for a scheduling. So this is where a power of NiFi comes into picture. So NiFi is actually a very good tool if you're looking for like a streaming data, that too for streaming, right? Because batch mode data anyone can handle, but streaming data we all face a huge amount of problem, right? So this is where Apache NiFi comes into picture, and it's very easy to learn as well. It's not very tough to implement and to learn and to explore. Very easy, anyone can do it just out of the Google search. In the era of Apache Spark, Apache Hadoop is still used. See, I think concept is not clear over here. This is what I can see. So Apache Spark is a data processing engine. Hadoop is basically a file system. So engine, whatever engine is going to process, so for sure engine is going to process, let's suppose there is a processing engine, right? So it is supposed to process a engine, it is supposed to process engine is supposed to process some data, the data which will be available inside some file system, right? So both is having a different roles and responsibility. Don't try to combine both. So Hadoop is a file system which provides you a distributed platform where you will be able to store a data into a distributed format, where you can distribute your entire computation capability and then accumulate a final result and then give it to the another processes. Whereas Spark comes in between all of these things. A Spark can be installed or it can be configured on a standalone or distributed, where it will help to process. So you must have seen that there was a processing engine called as MapReduce, which was released in a very beginning, right? So the whole story has started from the MapReduce. If I'll talk about a engine part, right? So story has started from the MapReduce, and if I'll talk about a file system part, story has started from GFS, Google File System. So Spark is someone which has replaced a MapReduce. It's an alternative of MapReduce, because in MapReduce there was so many drawbacks. It was not able to handle the streaming data set. First of all, again, optimizers was not implemented. Like a Catalyst optimizer is implemented inside a Spark. Again, so in case of a MapReduce, data processing and then integrations and again mapper and reducers, the way we used to write was very complex. In a Spark, it's very simple. So actually Spark is a kind of upgraded version of a MapReduce. You will be able to find out. So Hadoop and Spark will go hand in hand for sure, right? It is not going to replace. So just think in different way and try to get some idea about it. Abhijit, so can I join a current full stack data science batch after 1 month? Please answer. You can do it, but the problem is like you will have to cover up a lot. So if you have that much of patience, so yes, you can do it for sure. Big fan of you and Chris. Join Iron Bash. Just meeting you and Chris. Lots of questions in mind, but unable to get a opportunity today. I got. Thank you so much. Thank you, Omkar. You can ask me question anytime. So whenever I will be live. So yeah, I would love to answer. I have created a little project which you give in a class like object detection, where we have to detect a car in a frame, and if a car is close to each other, then alarm is there. Sir, all got mad. Okay, that's amazing, Prakar. All got mad in my college after seeing that project. Okay, that's amazing, right? See, and I think like people will feel like this is a difficult one, right? And now you're the person who can tell that no, it's not difficult. It just requires some sort of a effort, right? Every good thing requires some sort of a effort, and if you are willing to like put that much of effort, good things happens always, right? So yeah, well done, Prakar. How important is a communication skill respect to a data science? See, communication skill is not related to a data science. What I feel is communication skill is always important, as a professional, right? Or even as a human being, and in every field, in every area, communication skill is important. We all know, and like we are aware about it, that we all feel shy, right? That what to speak and what others will think. Maybe I don't know a proper way to behave or speak, but the thing is that we all can learn, but just by like just by adopting just by like a little bit of effort, we all will be able to enhance, and we all will be able to build that kind of a skill set, and you will be able to see a very high impact in your life, right? When you will be able to even like let's suppose you have learned some technology. Forget about data science. We talked a lot about data science, right? Forget about it. So about this particular word, you have learned some technology, right? And there is another person who has also started learning technology. So let's suppose you're the person who has given a day in day out, and now you have achieved a mastery in a particular technology. But your friend, right, he has done just half of the things, but now he knows that how to present himself in terms of communication, in terms of a behavior, and all those things. Let me tell you one thing. Doesn't matter how good you are with the tech things, but your friends will always get an advantage because his presentation, again, the fact is he's having half of the knowledge that you have, right? Half of the knowledge, exact half, right? Half of the knowledge that you have, but still your friend will be able to get a huge advantage as compared to you. And that is fact, my dear friend. That is a fact. This is how industry works. So unless and until, so communication skill always gives you a capability to sell yourself. And yes, selling yourself is important, right? So I think it's not just related to one tech stack. So I think it is related to everything, and we are supposed to like acquire those things. Again, it's just a like a continuous process. So you will start behaving in that way, you will start talking to someone in that way, and gradually you will see that you have improvised yourself, right? You have created a better version of yourself. So start doing it. How to get a computer vision job? Go to LinkedIn, go to Naukri, Indeed, Monster, Times Job. Try to search for a keyword called as computer vision. Update your resume accordingly. Update a project accordingly. Create a detailed project report, which I say as a DPR. Start applying for it. Right? You will get a call. Prove yourself. You will be able to get it. I think we both know the process, right? Even if I'll not answer, you know, we know the process. This process, right? This is how we can get it. How I can implement use cases in e-commerce for a recommendation system. Again, this is like a widely used question, right? So recommendation system in e-commerce. So just try to observe like how Flipkart is using recommendation. So how it is giving you like a recommendation in a bottom when you will search some laptop or mobile phone or something, right? How Amazon works, how Netflix works, how YouTube is giving you a recommendation. In that way, I want to do spot the difference between two images and need to detect those areas. What deep learning approach would you prefer? So if I'll go to easiest possible approach, so maybe I would prefer to use a distance based calculation. So pixel to pixel differences. This is something that I will be able to one of the approach in which by which I will be able to do that. There is a second customized approach I can try to adopt. So maybe if I have to like distance based is one of the things which is like which has been used widely, even in terms of a facial image comparison. So we can try to use this distance based approach, or maybe a cosine similarity. Again, that is a distance based approach, cosine similarity, right? Which is like a widely used approach, which we all do. Distance based approach means there are hundreds of approaches, hundreds of theorems which comes in between. The another one is that if I have a bunch of images, so maybe I can train a classifier based on that, and then I can try to put a next one, and then I can try to check that, okay, fine, so how much accuracy it is giving me in terms of classification. Let's suppose it is giving me 10% accuracy. So lump sum, I can give a calculation that, okay, fine, so there is a 10% of the relevance with respect to a particular images which I have used for the classifier. That is a different customized approach. So you can try to build in that way. So a person having 10 plus year of experience versus a branch manager in bank, does he has an opportunity data science? Does his experience will be considered? I don't think so. It will be very difficult. Let me tell you. Maybe as a part of the functional team you can join, but if you have like a 10 plus year of experience as a branch manager in bank, it will be difficult. Please say skill set required for a computer vision. So skill set required for the computer vision is in-depth understanding of a deep learning, including mathematics. And when I say mathematics, derivations. Means gradually you can learn. I'm not just like scaring you that no, you must have this one. So that is fine. The second skill set that you can have is try to learn a 4-part at least. One is a classification, second is a object detection, third is a segmentation, fourth is a tracking. These are the 4 major challenges that we face in a computer vision, right? They are the 4 major challenges. Again, it's the major. If you are able to solve it, if you are able to like learn multiple algorithm in this one, it will be a win-win situation for you. For example, in case of classification, you can start from an algorithm called as AlexNet, LeeNet, VGG16, VGG19, ResNet 50, ResNet 35, ResNet 101, InceptionNet, DarkNet, GoogleNet. So there are so many variants. Complete these variants from the classification. Then second part, like I said, 4-part, right, in computer vision. So second part is object detection. You can try to learn TFOD, object detection, Detron2 or YOLO. And again, inside TFOD, there are so many things you will be able to find out. Plus, you will be able to find out SSD mobile, like a faster RCNN, all those things. Then segmentation, right? Like a mask RCNN. Even inside a Detectron, so you will be able to find out a segmentation. So try to learn that. Then tracking. So like a Kalman filtering, kind of things you can try to learn, or maybe a deep sort or deep sort, right? So like these are the algorithms that you can try to learn, and then build some of the projects. So these are the base, like these 4 pillars. These are the 4 pillars of a computer vision you will be able to find out. Ultimately, you have to get a mastery into that one, and then further you will be able to explore by yourself. If you're not aware about this, then you should not like move into the another area. You can say some of you can say GAN and everything, but that should come after this one. You are not supposed to adopt GAN before. Okay, so next question. Okay, I think I've computer vision. I have taken that. Can we assume robotics falls under computer vision, or it falls under some other? See, robotics is a kind of a chapter where you can use a computer vision, means complete AI, not only vision. You can use even NLP. You can use even, I will say, like a vision. You can use even ML, right? Plus IoT, right? Plus, I think, robotics operating system. There are so many, and plus a core knowledge of robotics. So depends upon a kind of a robot which I am building. So again, Sophia is a robot, humanoid robot. PR1, PR2 is a robot. A Simo is a robot, right? Again, you must have seen some of the robot developed by this one, Boston Dynamics, right? So the kind of a robot that they used to develop for security, safety, and defense, right? So again, purpose of every robots are different, right? Again, a self-driven car is a robot in itself. You can say there are so many rovers people have built which try to navigate itself, drive itself automatically. Even I'm building one of those things by installing a vision solutions and by installing a lidars on top of that, right? Even I'm doing the same thing over here just for the fun purpose, because I love some small things in robotics. We keep on exploring these things. So it's like many things is like a possible. And again, NLP depends upon like how you're going to. So AI is actually a capability. So depends upon my final goal, I can try to utilize this capability in robotics. This is how it works. It's not like just a computer vision has been used. So all the stack has been used. If necessary for a data science to implement the research paper, no, it's not necessary. So it's not necessary unless and until you are not going to like someone is going to hire you as a researcher, right? So it's not necessary. Can you please explain how ML ops is different from the DevOps? Can't get much one from the Chris video. Okay, let me give you a very simple example how ML ops is like different from a DevOps. I think I have already like given a small example in this like a live session itself. Let me reiterate these things for you. So ops, like I said, is not a new concept. Ops will always be involved in terms of a smooth delivery, right? So wherever we are building a long-term project or big one, so always ops will be involved, which will help you out to involve multiple teams, different teams, right? Who is trying to build a different kind of a component for a big project. It will help you out to create a complete delivery pipeline, starting from development, UAT, pre-prod, till prod. It will help you out to push a changes in a recurrent manner. It will help you out to like take any kind of a change request or maybe some sort of a bug and fix it, right? So this is where ops comes into a picture. Again, ops for a different projects will be different. There are a multiple ways by which I will be able to create a ops pipeline. So ops is a way. Ops is nothing but operations, right? So ops is just a way, a kind of a creating a development pipeline, or maybe to build anything. So whatever pipeline which I'm going to get, like first this will happen, then this will happen, then this will happen, then this will happen, and then final, right? So to create this pipeline, this is where ops comes into picture. Now where is the ML ops, or where is AI ops comes into picture? Again, for the same thing. So ML ops or AI ops is not a very different concept. There are some thing we have adopted specific to an AI, and we have just named it as a AI ops. For example, I'll tell you, right? Let's suppose if I'm trying to build a small application, some small Android app, or maybe a portal, right? I'm not using AI at all. I'm building this portal. So over there, the kind of ops which I am using, so for sure, I'm not building a model. I don't have to like a check or compare in between like a previous model or the new model. I just have to like check that, okay, fine. So whatever I'm trying to push, so whether it is working or not. And like next version, or like I'll keep on updating my software, I'll keep on updating my app, and I'll keep on pushing my changes and developments into a production environment which final people will use. Again, over there we do a testing, it will go through a development to like UAT to pre-prod to prod, and all those procedure we are going to follow. In case of ML, there is a new things that we have derived. Over here we have derived that okay, a retraining approach, retraining is required in case of a deep learning, machine learning, vision, or NLP models. So retraining approach is applied, which is a completely new things for a ops, the ops which actually exist. And again, there are many pipelines. So in every project, so I have worked into many projects, and in all the projects, ops pipeline was completely different. Now, so I was talking about the ML ops, how it is different from the, or AI ops, how it is different from the actual one. So specific to an AI, there are certain things which we have derived, like a retraining, which is required. Continuously evaluation of a model, which is required. Continuous, I would say, a deployment of a model, which is required. And again, so this was not a part of your actual ops. Over there we try to like a build a new we try to develop a new build, and then we try to push it right with certain changes, and then it will go to the production. If it will work, it's fine. If not, we'll revert back. But here these are the certain new concept that we have derived with respect to, just with respect to an AI, so that I will keep on pushing a continuous models, I will keep on upgrading it, keep on updating it. And if my model is not going to behave properly, so it will revert back. Even there is a pipeline, you will be able to find out, right, where what it does is, so let's suppose there are 3 to 4 models, and there is a reinforcement learning which has been implemented. So that reinforcement learning itself will learn that, okay, my data should go to which model. So these are the new concept which has been introduced and which has been integrated with the actual ops concept, which was already there, which was the existing one. And now we are saying that as a AI ops. And that is the reason. So when you learn AI ops, so again, it starts from the base, like a Linux operating system setup and its basic command, then Git, little bit knowledge about the cloud, then Dockers, then Kubernetes, and then specific. So this Docker, Kubernetes, Circle CI, all these things are what? It's just a ops, right? It's just a ops that we already know, right? So it's nothing new. Then DVC will come into a picture, or SageMaker will come into a picture, where we are trying to integrate something specific. So this is how I can differentiate AI ops and actual ops that we actually know. So 5G, how much will affect our data science project in terms of IoT? I have a limited knowledge about it, so I think let's see when it will be released. Any book recommendation for NLP? No, generally I would not recommend you any good book for NLP in general. And I generally don't recommend a book, lots of books, because we all know that we have so many PDFs version, we have so many hard copy of the book, either available in our system or maybe kept it on our shelf. right? But we don't study or we don't read our books. We all know about this particular fact, right? And again, so people was saying, right, so if you'll study a lot, so you will go into a depression, or maybe you will not be able to keep yourself motivated. So it's better try to figure out what implementations I will be able to do, and to do that implementation, what and all skill sets are required. Now from where I will be able to get that skill set, work in this way, and final, extract, get the revenue. Can we assume robotics falls under computer, or it will under some other domain? No, it's not a part of computer vision at all. So like I said, can I be good into a data science after 4 to 5 years if I could spend 6 to 7 hours of learning and practice? You don't need 4 to 5 after science after 4 to 5. If I could spend 6 to 7 hours learning after 4 to 5, what year? See, there is no specific time. Just involve yourself in implementation. See, learn and implement. This is the kind of approach I prefer. Don't keep on learning. People say that so many mathematics is required, this is required, that is required. I'll tell you, nothing is required. It's all everything is a part of the same process, right? Just go through the process, you will get to know everything, whatever is required. And those who are able to do it successfully, you can check these things with them. It's not like there is a constant path which you have to follow. Yes, there are many people who used to create that, but I believe it's not like that. Have you any plan to hit the quantum computing? Yes, I have a plan, and it's my area of interest as well, right? So soon you will be able to see many things. Just wait for another 3 to 4 months. Um, so we are working on many things. In a spot of difference between two image, will the Siemens network will work? Yes, it will be, but effectiveness you will be able to get after your experiment. So there is no guarantee that it will work with the 100% accuracy. For NLP, can you explain sir, same as a CSV explain? Okay, for NLP, I will just recommend you. There are two part of NLP. Generally, people talk about just one part. So one is called as a conventional NLP, and one is called as state of the art NLP, right? So conventional NLP means your all the libraries and basic theories comes into a picture, right? Like what is the meaning of NER, NLG, lexicographical sentences, and all those things which comes in between. Those implementation we can try to do with the help of some of the library which is available, like a NLTK, or maybe a Spacey, maybe a Stanford NLP, maybe with the help of TextBlob, or there are so many libraries which you, or a Spark NLP is also there. With the help of that, you will be able to perform these operations, and those are the part of conventional NLP. Plus, doing some sort of a building some sort of a sentiment analysis system or something, kind of a classifications or something like that with the help of some ML or a statistical approach, right? That is a part of conventional NLP. Now there is something called as a state of the art NLP. Now in a state of the art NLP or a modern NLP, your chapters will start from a recurrent neural network. Again, inside that there is a multiple variants. So RNN, RNN, LSTM, although RNN is very like an old one. So RNN, RNN, LSTM, then GRU, then peephole, and then you move into a encoder, decoder, then autoencoder. Then you will move into what? You will move into a attention. So attention based model you try to study. Then you try to study a paper called as Attention is All You Need. And from there, this 2018 research paper, so you start your actual state of the art. And after that, so you will be able to find out a multiple model and evolution, which has changed the entire NLP world. Like starting from a BERT, GPT-1, GPT-2, GPT-3, and again like a Electra, Albert, or maybe a Distilbert, or maybe a Elmo, maybe a T5, maybe a Roberta. So there are so many. You will be able to find out now. So these are the part of NLP, and this is what you are supposed to study, but along with the research paper when you are trying to study these things and try to understand each and everything in depth. Even if you're not understanding these things, you will be able to implement it. There is an API you will be able to get from a Hugging Face, where you can just call an API, and I don't understand any architecture or backend of this one, I can implement it. But I strongly recommend anyone trying to learn these things. So the first of all, they should learn the architecture in this way. So in this way, your implementation will be very, very smooth and simple. Plus, tomorrow, if there is something which will come in a market, because every year there are so many things which is coming in a market, you will be able to adopt it without anyone's help, right? So that is like that is something that we should do. So like conventional NLP, modern NLP. So focus on modern NLP, but just try to explore once this conventional NLP. Just like spend very less amount of time. I think it can be done within 4 to 5 hour, 10 hour, right? So spend that much of time on the old NLP and then conventional one, and then move to the modern one. That will be my advice. This is how I have adopted. So I'm just talking about the same. How is masters in strategy? Should one go for the placement or very for IT? How is masters in a strategy? Masters in anything is not that good as compared to experience. So always go for the experience, not for the masters. After that, just have some experience and then go for the masters. That is fine. How is big data course? What kind of the project and how will be the internship? So see, internship will be like again, it's a variety of the project which we are going to release. As far as this like course and projects are concerned, so end-to-end pipeline by using all the 2025 big data stacks. So that is something which we are going to discuss along with all the stacks, all the latest and as well as old stack. We are going to discuss. That is something which has already started. There are hundreds of tool in ML, DL, and increasing day by day. How to finalize a selected tool to get a job first, because data science learning is never ending process. See, don't rely after the tool. First of all, there are like I told you, I have given one example, right? So in ML, auto ML itself, there are so many platforms, so many tools which is available. So don't rely upon a single tool, or I would say a single platform. It's always better, right? It's always better to learn a core of it, and then if you will go and adopt, or if you look into some of the tool, you will be able to understand it in a better way, and you will be able to evaluate, and then you will be able to decide whether I should use it or I should leave it, right? So that decision, if you have to make, a simple strategy or a simple approach is build your base. Try to do some project from a scratch instead of like depending upon a tool. You will be able to learn as and when it is required in a easiest possible way. I can tell you, you don't have to learn tool, right? You will be able to, we adopt tool, we don't learn tool. Actually, if I know the core of it, right, we don't learn tool, we just adopt it. There is a difference between learning and adoption, right? So learning is not at all a good idea in terms of a tool. Yes, adoption is, but once you know the core part. So I would suggest you like move into that like direction. Next question, sir. How to set up a Cassandra DB in Azure, Linux, or VM? Okay, just do one thing, Rohit. So you can try to use. I'll just give you. So why to do a setup on Azure when you have a Cassandra portal available? And I'll give you one special things over here. Just give me a time. So actually there is an organization called as DataStax. So you will be able to find it easily. And they are the one who is providing you Cassandra for free, right? For free, live. So you can use it like a cloud platform, just like a MongoDB Atlas. So DataStax is a platform where you will be able to get a Cassandra just for free. So just do one thing, try to use this particular link. I have already pinged you a link, and let me ping this link into this chat. So this is a link which I have pinged you. So Astra link. So basically like a special like a offer from iNeuron, right? Because we have a special tie-up with them. So just try to use this link with the help of one click sign up, and then start using a cloud version of Cassandra. And then now you're saying how to host it on Azure and all those things, right? Over there, if you would like to spend some money, so you have a option. You will be able to connect over Azure, or you will be able to connect over AWS or GCP. All three options they are given to you, so you can try to use it. Otherwise, use a free version. 5 GB space or 10 GB space, I think they are giving you. You can check that up. So you will be able to use it. And this is a special link which has been created just for us. So I'm on link. Yeah. So just try to use like a Cassandra from here. No need to do a setup. Nothing is required. And yeah, easily you will be able to integrate just within a single line. You will be able to get auto-generated code as well for a Python and for other programming languages. Yeah. So just integrate it, and you will be able to start working on it within 1 or 2 minutes. So this is how easy it is. So yes, guys, those who are trying to practice, at least you can try to log in into this like Astra for once. You can check that out. Cassandra is available. I'm creating one playlist as well. I'll give you even a challenge on this Cassandra. Probably in next 2 weeks, I will release that one on a multiple platform. It will be a community session for a Cassandra, right? So you can avail that feature. So everything is just free for like all of you. Okay, coming to the Cassandra, I think I have like taken this question. What's the next challenge? Next challenge will is going to happen on Cassandra, and then next to Cassandra, so there will be another challenge I will launch, and that is going to happen on Python. So be ready for that. But first of all, do this challenge. So these are the challenges which I have already planned. Can a software test automation engineer with a 10+ year of experience working in a banking will be able to switch? Yeah, that is easy. That is very easy. Everyone can do it. That there is like a no issue with that. Statement have solved only one problem statement we have to solve for the challenges. No, 20. 30, 35 I have given to you. Out of 30, 35, any 20. You can pick and choose. I'm leaving it to you. So you can choose anything. Which is the hardest ongoing project for DLC NLP batch internship? I want to push myself to the ultimate limit. There are some research-based projects which we are trying to do it since last 1 year, but even we are not able to do it. That is the hardest one. You can go and join. My company is asking me to do for a POC. Yeah. So just try to use this one, this link, Rohit. I think for Cassandra, right? So just try to like use it for this one. In Azure Linux VM, I think you can try to like download an offline version. But again, POC is required, right? POC you can show it with the cloud version itself. That is much better, right? So that if you're going to give a demo, so people will be able to access it from anywhere. Simple, yeah. So POC can be done. When job placement will start for the full stack? Probably from like February month next year. Thanks for the video data course. I had just completed my Azure data engineering course. I would like to implement big data in Azure. And yeah, that will be amazing. Only one problem statement we have to solve for the challenges. No, I said 20. Thanks for the Cassandra info. Thank you. What is the last date for the challenge? It's a 28th. So I'll upload it in a description. I'll create one more video. Once I'll update the description. So I'll give you one more like a small video. So I'll just update you all of you. In that one, everything will be mentioned. Number of problem you have to solve is equal to 20. What is a last date, which is 28, right? What and all will be a evaluation criteria. I'll just write it down, all those things. And then, although I have already explained, but still I'll just like discuss. I'll just like keep these things in written. I've completed MSc in Statistics 2019. I'm looking for the opportunity in data science. What are the suggestions as the statistician? What to do? Which is the best area for me? Go for the implementation, Sandeep. That will be better. And then start looking for the job. As you have already completed your master's, right? Look for the job immediately. There are so many opportunities for master's people. Is there any PDF for all the challenges? I have joined now due to no electricity. Maybe you can just go through 7. I think I have started this announcement from 7:48. So you can watch that particular part, 10-20 minute of part, right? And then you will be able to get a follow-up, right? So that will help you out. Because see, these are the challenges from a different companies, right? It's not a challenge set by me this time, right? I have already like discussed about it very clearly. So yeah, it's not available in one single PDF. It is not even possible. And some of the problem I already told in my like a discussion that some of the like a data link will not even work. You can leave that part. I'll upload, keep on uploading more and more questions. So career guidance query here. I'm 2018 MCA guys. Since I have wasted my 3 year after my graduate, but could not now. I want to have an student data science. So will there be any problem? There won't be any problem if you will plan for next 6 months and then try to get into it as soon as possible. If you are like if your gap will increase, then there will be a problem for sure. Okay. Uh, So what retraining approach do we take for a time series prediction if we want to consider last value for next prediction? Any frequency is around 10 to. So this is not a retraining. If you want to consider last value for the next prediction and frequency is around 10 to 15 minutes. Can you please reframe your question a little bit? Can I take a Scala and current users in industry considering complex? Can I take on a Scala? No, go with Python. It's evergreen language. No, don't spend time on Scala. Thanks, Answer and Conrad. Thank you, Ahmad. Thank you so much. Taking forward my questions, branch manager in bank, how much technical skill required for the functional manager in data science? I have already enrolled in MLA. Okay, so how much technical knowledge is required? So you need more like a functional knowledge. So like what is the what kind of problem that we solve, what is like a functional expectations, how we bring our clients, what happens into a project delivery, how we create a new team, how we acquire a new kind of a stack, AI stack into an organization. So you should you should focus on this part apart from your technical knowledge. So base technical is required, like all the basic of MLDL, all those algorithms are required, but apart from that, these are the something which is required because you already have a 10 plus year of experience. So expectations will not be so from you, expectation will be not on the side of just a technical skill, but even on a functional part plus managerial part will be there. So I think you should prepare according to that. Okay, so can GitHub Copilot is helpful in PyCharm? They haven't released plugins for PyCharm. Actually, GitHub is a part of Microsoft, and Copilot has been developed by OpenAI, right? Microsoft is having an exclusive right of GPT-3 algorithm, right? Microsoft has already purchased the exclusive right of GPT-3 innovation that OpenAI has done. So, and VS Code is a Microsoft ID. So that's the reason they have released a plugin for a VS Code. PyCharm, I'm not sure whether they will release or not. It depends upon them. I don't think that they will release. Maybe in future someone will make it open source, but as of now there is no possibility. So start using VS Code. Simple. Any tips you want to give for the fresher from the college trying to get into a field of AI? No tips for now. Just learn the basic and try to do some work. Work is important. See, learning is not important. Learning is not ultimate goal. Work is the ultimate goal. If you will start working, that'll be better. And as now in current world, there are so many opportunity which is available. Forget to congratulate you. Thank you so much, Sandeep. Yeah. Others, sir, I need to get ASAP job. So yeah, one dashboarding tool, a Tableau or Power BI for you, Sandeep, and uh, basic of programming, not in depth, basic, very basic. Advanced Excel is required. SQL is very much required, I would say. Power BI Tableau is required. DAX queries and all those complex queries, complex graph is required. That's it. This is for like a BA, and it's very easy to grasp. Okay, currently last year college I have Windows 6 to 7. I have a window of 6 to 7 where I can spend full time learning at data science, and then Windows sufficient for creating the data science job fresher. Okay, that's great. That's great. So start doing that. What is the opinion on AR VR? I don't have an opinion on AR VR. Actually, I worked in AR VR. So I was working with one of the company, and yes, I was working very closely to their team with AR VR. It's an amazing concept and an amazing technology, not a concept. It's amazing technology. You can do many things. You can create many things virtually, which is sometimes not even possible in reality. Right. It is trying to create many tools and many final product which will amaze you a lot, right? So AR VR is having a huge scope, and we have integrated AI with AR VR when I was working with that. So I have a very close relationship with AR VR. I think Google GitHub Copilot will help us write a code and concentrate on a different problem, and also increase the productivity. Same, I guess, with the data science. Yes, see, GitHub Copilot is not going to help you out to deliver a final project, right? Maybe it can solve your data shell algorithm problem, a small one, whether problem statement is 1 or 2 line. But how you will be able to, let's suppose I'll give you one example, right? Let's suppose I'm like trying to build one a model, right? I'm just trying to like build one model for object tracking of this pen from here to here, right? It should be able to track it automatically wherever this movement will be. So it is supposed to detect and it is supposed to track it, right? And then feed this tracking information. So the number of time, number of places, number of coordinates it is going to traverse. So it is supposed to store this coordinates, right, into some of the databases. And then from a databases, it is supposed to create a dashboard. So if this is the complete flow that I have, now how you will be able to explain this thing to a Copilot? Many people are saying that developers work will be gone, right? How it will be gone? So like a developer, like let's suppose if I'm doing some sort of a development, so is it like I just write a 10 line of a code, 100 line of a code, which I will be able to get it from like a Copilot and then I will be able to integrate? No. Is it like a same kind of a flow that we used to follow? Again, answer is no, right? So just like a Stack Overflow, right? Again, if you will look into the Copilot backend, so actually Copilot has been trained on top of the open source like a code and the questions which was available, and majorly it was available where, either on Stack Overflow or maybe somewhere on Quora, somewhere on a GitHub. They are the open platform. So it has been trained on those data set itself. So it will not be able to create a complete project. It is not going to replace a developer so soon. It's not it's not that easy. First of all, it's not that easy at all. Yes, it has created a kind of a bubble for some time, right? Developers job is not going anywhere. Don't worry about it. Developers create a complex system. Architecture works. Architecture, so job is not going anywhere, right? There is a limitation with the system. It's just a kind of a helping hand for you. So you try to search something on a Stack Overflow, and let's suppose it takes time, maybe 10 minutes of time, 20 minutes of time. Because when you search on a Stack Overflow, it's not like you write a complete problem statement of the project and then you search, right? You will start writing code, you will get stuck somewhere. Then you try to search just that specific part, right? You try to pull like copy the code, and then again you will move ahead, and then again you will search for the next small problem that you will be able to get. So in that sense, it will be a helping hand for you, where you don't have to experiment much, you don't have to search a lot. So easily you will be able to like get that small piece of the code, right, easily. But it's not like it can replace a developer. It's not possible actually. If you will if you know how we develop a project or how we develop a product, then you will be able to find out that Copilot is not even closer to that one, not even a 0.1001% closer. So it's just a mindset. Right now everyone is started talking about it will replace a developer's job will be gone. Now Copilot will write a code. How it will write a code? Just because 10 line of a code it is going to give it to you just out of your 2 line of a questions or 5 line of a question, that doesn't mean that it is going to replace a complete developers community, right? Think in that way, practical way. Sir, you have a good knowledge in data shell algorithm. Yes, I do have. I had a good knowledge. I had a very good knowledge in data shell algorithm. Because of some circumstances. Now, if you will compare, so now it's a little bit less because it's been a time. And again, I'm trying to like revise all of those things. So yeah, thanks, Vishwanath. I think I have already answered. So in order to learn a new algorithm, they're working on their architecture research paper and algo is enough to do explore more. That is fine, but pick a project, a complex one, and with your friends or maybe alone, start working on that. That is the best approach always. Aswini asking, I have 13 years of work experience in non-technical. I have completed my certification ML, but not getting any interviews. The reason I have heard that I don't have a relevant experience. So see, relevant experience for sure no one is having, right? When I was trying to make a transition, even I was not having a relevant experience. That is fine. So it's not like you will be having a relevant experience and then you will make a transition. No, you have to show a relevant experience. So whatever past experience you have, right, functional wise, keep it as it is. This is what I have discussed even in my DSCR in very detail, right? That video is already available. like how to convert and how to make a transition. So in that one, so you have to have do what? So first of all, you have to understand one thing over here, that whatever work you were doing, you must have used some of the technology, some of the like a tech stack, or maybe your team has used it, right? So just replace those tech stack with AI. Keep your problem as it is, keep your domain as it is, keep your functional knowledge as it is, right? And then express that knowledge. So in this way, all 13 years of experience you will end up converting in AI and ML, not only just 3 to 4 years. This is how you are supposed to prepare the resume, then no one will question. And this is how I used to like discuss in my DSR. Please go and revisit the video. I have even given all the steps, not just as steps, I have already shown you that what to do and what not to do. And this is what people are doing. You can go and check our testimonials that we have uploaded on Chris channel and on Iron channel. Are you guys going to start AWS and Azure courses? I think it's already started, right? So AWS launching date is next Saturday. Azure, we have not made announcement. We already have a syllabus, but we have not made an announcement. I think we'll take a time. But for AWS Cloud Master, I think we have already released, published a syllabus, plus date is Saturday. Sir, what according to you will be better, starting a data engineering part first or ML part first? Are they almost independent? They are independent according to the industry. Like you will be contributing in either of this. So whatever is your area of interest, you can choose one, not two at a time. Just pick and choose one, go with one. Then once you will be a part of industry, you will be able to understand automatically. So don't worry about it. You will learn when you will work. So you don't have to like join a classes to like learn everything. So sometimes we learn a lot from our work itself. I'm a teacher or a computer science age 41. I know programming, data structure. I'm interested in data science analyst. Will I get a job, transform career from one domain to other after 15 years? Sir, even like a 20-year person from UK and like a 12-year, 15-year person are able to make a transition, that too from a complete non-tech to this one. So I think it's possible, but it will take effort. Again, if you are already in teaching, so I will even recommend you to go ahead with the teaching itself. It pays a lot. It is like a, again, like a beautiful job, right? If you have a skill, and it is going to pay you a lot, and that too in variety of ways, not just in terms of giving a lectures, right? There are other ways perspective of a teaching as well, of a content as well. So I think you should go ahead with that. I think that will help you out a lot. And I was in like a AS400 technology and learning science since 1.5 could not able to crack the interview. What you have done then in last 1.5 year, Neeraj? 1.5 year is like a huge time. Hands-on on real-time experience project. Okay, so go and watch if you are looking for some project, real project. So just watch this one. This is just for you, Neeraj. I'm like pasting a YouTube link, right? Just for the demo. So again, this is a kind of a real-time project. In our classes, we used to discuss likewise 50s of projects, not just one. I've just given you one demo so that you can come closer to reality. Plus, just go and watch what Avneesh has done. You will be able to get an idea. Do not how to maintain a consistency when do not have a mentor and when we are on our own. Uh, Take rest sometime, right? Take a complete break, and then start adopting new things, start giving a challenge with a time period to yourself, right? Simple. This is what I do. When I take rest, I like take a complete rest. Doesn't matter whether my business is going to crash or this client will be unhappy or that person will be unhappy. But when I take a break, I take a dead break. I'll not even pick up a single phone call. I will not even like reply to a single messages. And then I get you should give a time to yourself, because thoughts you will not be able to get when you sit on chair, right? You just work when you sit on chair. Thoughts you will be able to get, what new things you will have to do, you will be able to get once you will get a free time for yourself. So try to give some free time to yourself, right? Leave your chair for some time, leave this XYZ different things. I think you will be able to find out by yourself that what you have to do when there is no mentor, when there is no one to guide you, and I think you will be able to like find your goal. Yeah, this is what I do personally. This is what I always do. So I think you should do the same thing. Yeah. Okay, so next one is if need to build a complete if need build complete robotics, what are the core area to focus? So again, robotics is a huge area in itself, right? So there is like a robotics operating system or basic of hardwares, then robotics arm designing, and again even over there, so hardware designing, then solution designing comes into picture. So start from there. When the new batch of data science full stack course will start, I think I have already answered, but let me answer you once again. Uh, I don't know about the exact date. Maybe after next 4 to 5 months or 6 months. I literally have no idea. We haven't planned. We have a plan because there are so many demands we are receiving, but I don't know as of now. So I'll let you know. I have not like discussed exact date with my team. Do we need to be expert web developer in Django and Flask in order to develop and deploy ML model? No, not at all. It won't be your work. It will be a work of another team, a different team. Okay. So full stack end to end is advisable to start with the data engineering first. No, not at all, Savik. You can start with the ML and DL first. Yeah. End to end data science community event you have provided for working on the you have provided for the working on real time project. Exactly. Yes. Plus code is also shared, so there is a dashboard, free dashboard you will be able to get as a part of community event. In that, code and everything is available, so you can even execute all those things in your system, not only just to watch a video. Okay, so fine guys, I think hope you all have liked this session, right? Like I said, so if you would like to discuss some of the topics for 5 minutes 10 minutes with every one of you from my side, right? So you can write a mail to me with an agenda that you would like to discuss, right? So if your agenda is aligned with the live discussions, for sure I would like to invite you. I'll send you a Zoom link. You can join with me. We can have our discussions from this side, like verbal discussions instead of like replying you just with the message. It will be much more interactive, and I will be happy to host you for any kind of a fruitful discussions, or even for any kind of arguments. You are completely welcome. Technical or non-technical doesn't matter. I love like those things. I love talking to people because, like I said, it is also a part of learning, right? So with that, thank you so much. Hope you all have enjoyed it. Happy marriage life, sir. Thank you so much, Satyadeep. And yeah, so thank you so much. See you once again in my next live session and in between. So I'll try to release so many things for all of you. Like I'm just back, so I'll start doing it. So if you have liked it, so please hit like or subscribe. I think everyone says that, right? Hit like, share, and subscribe button. So I was just practicing for quite a while, though, once or twice. Like, okay, hit like, subscribe, or whatever it is. Like, hit like, subscribe, or comment. So yeah, if you have liked it, guys, so please hit like button, subscribe our YouTube channel, share these things with your friends and families, and see you again. And sir, party चाहिए. Yeah, party मिलेगा. Party चाहिए तो like if you are from Bangalore, so after this lockdown, so uh, please do ping me. I'll invite you. I'll host you, right? And party मिलेगा आपको सत्यदीप, for sure. I hope I get energy like yours. Start like a practice. See, energy also. It's like you when you like do something, right? It's not like you waste energy. You actually like discover a way to generate energy in yourself, right? So I think you will be able to understand. Yeah. Yeah. So with that, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. And those who are from Bangalore, for sure party मिलेगा, सबको party मिलेगा. ठीक है, आज बहुत जल्दी मिलेगा party. Like I'll for sure like try. Like I said, so I love like a socializing to everyone. So I'll just do it. Yeah. And with that, thank you so much, sir. Congratulations, आप best mentor हैं. Thank you so much. It's like your greatness. So for sure. So fine, guys. With that, see you again in my next live discussion. Till then, take care. Have a great day and night ahead, and thank you so much.